What's going on, you brothers? It's your dude, Mr. International Passport. It looked like Mary Reens. Girl, don't call here anymore. No more. With hair like Beverines. Girl, don't call here anymore. Ooh. Did you hear that, brothers? Press a 1 in the chat if you heard that loud and clear, brothers. Press a 1 in the chat if you're hearing me loud and clear, brothers. Okay? Press a 1 in the chat if you heard that loud and clear. Let me know who's in the building. Kenny Peoples, I see you, bro. Thank you very much. Sage of 7, I see you, bro. Thanks for confirming. Thank you so very much. Feel wife in the building, man. Feel wife in the building. I see you, bro. Welcome, Theo the legend. Appreciate you, brother. Any more brothers in the building? Press a 1 now. Don't be shy, man. Press that 1 button. It's to ensure that you can hear me loud and clear and my audio is good. Okay, we got over 10 people, so give me one more 1 to ensure the audio is perfect, brothers. Marvin Lloyd, thank you, bro. Awesome. So, brothers, welcome to another classic stream by your gracious host, Mr. International Passport. First and foremost, I want to say a huge thank you to those who have supported the channel. Almost a decade I've been doing this, so that's been greatly appreciated. And of course, I want to welcome and bring in the new viewers and subscribers. Welcome to the International Passport Movement. I embrace you and accept you open arms. First and foremost, brothers, make sure you support the Patreon. You hit the Cash App, Super Chats, you cop the merch as well, and you be a part of the International Passport ecosystem. And definitely make sure you hit the like button as you come in. Likes are very important, and be engaging in the comment section below. So, brothers, let's begin. Let's begin. Today, I have a very special guest with me, a guest who I'm so proud of as to what he's achieved in such a short time. It's warmed my heart, and he is a passport bro, IT bro now, and he has his passport and he's in IT doing very, very well. And this would be a Q&A session where I ask him about him finding the movement, me helping him in IT, and how he got into it and what he's doing now. So it should be a great Q&A session. Mr. Joe International, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing fine. Happy to be here. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing fantastic, bro. I'm doing fantastic, bro. So welcome, Joe. Do you mind giving us a brief background about yourself, who you are, where you're from, anything interesting or special about you, brother?
Yeah, no problem. So I'm Joe. So I'm American, Haitian born, but naturalized later on. My background is in mechanical engineering, so I didn't really like that anymore, especially since you can't really work outside of the office. So that's what led me to the IT movement. I was already part of your movement like a few years ago, ever since like guests like Bruno Morera or like the Moroccan videos. So that's where I first got introduced to Theo and guys like Tony Berry. And from there, I just decided to go to the first Manosphere meetup. You helped me get into contact with Theo. And from there, I've just been mission driven ever since, studying, getting the first certification. After that, just preparing resumes, LinkedIn, and interviewing. And here we are.
Fantastic, brother. This is fantastic, brother. I want to rewind it back a bit, brother, and and ask you how you found my channel in the first place, because it was through my channel you go into IT and then you got in touch with Theo, and now you're a great man speaking the truthful world. So let's start by there first, brother.
All right. So I found your channel. I believe I saw a link to your one of your videos. I forgot which one exactly. Probably a Colombian one or a Japanese one. And from there, the algorithm just kept on recommending me your videos, and I just watched pretty frequently on my drive to and from work. And yeah, I've been a fan ever since.
Fantastic, brother. And how did IT call out to you, brother? What was it about IT that made it so alluring to you? I know you mentioned that you were a mechanical engineer. and that didn't allow you the flexibility to travel the world and be a passport bro. But what else made IT alluring to you, brother? Was it how I was selling it to you? Was it how you saw a way out of mechanical engineering? Break it down for me, bro.
Hmm. Yeah, definitely. I wanted a way out of the office. I don't like commuting. I don't like seeing people I'm forced to be friendly with. So I wanted a high paying job that I could do remotely. And from there, I decided to try and get into IT. So,
Awesome, fantastic, brother. And on that note, brother, I want to ask this, brother. So you got in touch with me. You watched my videos. You saw me promoting the Manosphere meetup, and shout out to Theo Waff for the great work he did in the past two Manosphere meetups. Him spending his own personal money for hotels, for bookings, for promotions. Shout out to Theo for doing that for the brothers. I appreciate you, Theo. Um, so you found it through here. So break down the Manosphere meeting, brother, and how that was a life-changing experience for you. From you actually booking the flights and the hotel, and then you going out there, meeting other brothers, and then Theo. H- Explain to me that experience, brother, the Manosphere meetup.
at first, like I thought it was too good to be true. But then like considering everything was free, all you had to do was just pay for your own plane ticket there. Even the hotel was subsidized. And I thought that I had nothing left to lose. So I just wanted a way out of my current situation to finally help out my family and decided to take a chance. And yeah, I met a lot of great people there, well dressed brothers, and really smart people, found new mentors and accountability partners that I still keep in touch with today.
Oh wow, awesome, brother, awesome. And speaking on that further, brother, you met Theo Waff in the flesh. How was that experience for you, brother? Meeting Theo, the great man, and Theo's doing great things in IT. How did that motivate you meeting Theo, for you to actually push on with IT?
No, I couldn't believe it at first. Like he's much taller in person. Yeah, it was a great time talking with Theo, listening to his lectures, like explaining how actually to do SYSBM. And yeah, I just took notes and listened, try to soak everything up. But at first, I wasn't really understanding the IT stuff. It took a while to wrap my head around.
Awesome. Yep, Theo is definitely a very tall man. 6 foot minimum, I believe. Theo confirmed to me, so definitely a tall man. I know him in person. He must be a giant. So lovely, lovely seeing Theo. Appreciate you, Theo. This is great, brother. So, what kind of IT course did you then study from then on from the Manosphere? What was it that you actually picked up from there to actually do the exam and study for it, brother?
Hmm. Everyone starts with the same foundational course for the AWS CCP exam, which is Certified Cloud Practitioner. And basically it just teaches you the fundamental services, what everything does, and it's just a game of like memorizing what different services do, how different pieces fit together, and slowly but surely you get to see how different architectures work, and you'll be ready for the exam like before you know it.
Awesome, fantastic, brother. And how long did it take for you to actually study the material, the CCP, and then and do the exam after? What was the whole process like, brother?
Hmm. So the Manosphere meetup was in November, December, around there, and I finally passed the certification test in March. So
Ooh,
I don't know, like 3, 4 months. And
wow.
half of that was just getting over the imposter syndrome. So
Okay, that means you were studying every day to pass that exam. 'Cause I know it is an intensive, material. You must be reading every day, brother.
not every day. At times you do feel lazy because you think that it's something you can't do. Um, but me with my background, I'm used to studying. I'm used to being a nerd and hitting the books. So I knew that somehow something would stick, and yeah, eventually like things start making sense. You just have to like figure out what the best way for you to learn is.
Awesome, brother. Fantastic. And what is the best way for you to learn? Brothers who want to get into IT, they're worried, they're shivering
Mhm.
in their bedroom before bed. Can I do it? They're sweating, brother, having cold sweats, about IT, the big biggie man. Uh, um cold Ghostbusters. I'm joking. Uh, so what is your study method, brother?
So me, I learn best by visual and audio and actually trying it out myself, like through a demonstration and then repetition. So that's the best way that I learn and it sticks with me. But when you're first trying to figure that out, is just trying to test many different ways of learning, whether it be books, lectures, audio, demos, labs. You could even try writing a coding script, and for some people, like that's really effective to actually see how the code connects the different services together. So it's just trying a different variety of different methods to see what works.
Awesome, awesome, fantastic, brother. This is wonderful. So you passed exam in March. We're now in
Mhm.
October. Um, how long did it take for you to get your first job, brother?
So after the first exam, I used the motivation and the high from passing the first one to try and get the next level up, which is the solutions architect associate. And with that motivation, the course material for the second certification is like so easy. You wouldn't believe, like, because you feel so confident. And I passed that somewhere in the middle of April.
Okay. And after that,
So,
brother, you see, carry on,
mhm.
sorry.
Yeah, and after you pass that one, I just structured my resume the way Theo approved of and use that as the basis for my LinkedIn profile. And before you know it, recruiters are like hunting you down through LinkedIn, like especially during the hiring sprees. There are so
Okay.
many of them.
Wow, amazing, brother. So, brother, on that note, brother, right? Um, so what month did you get your first job, brother?
I got the offer this past month.
There you go, brothers, man.
So,
Beautiful. And going on from there, brother, do you feel like you made the right choice getting into IT?
definitely. I'm not going back. I'm definitely gonna use the work experience to keep on learning. Actually, use the work experience to better my resume, so I'm more confident in what I'm talking about during interviews, and not just saying what I did during Stefan Merrick's course. So yeah, I'll be grateful for the work experience.
Oh wow, this is great, brother. So you don't so you're happy that you left mechanical engineering to get into IT.
Definitely, I just roll over, open the laptop, and start working.
There you go, brothers, man. There you go, brothers. Passport bro, now to IT tech bro, man. This is what we want to hear. Brother, let me ask this right now. Um, you know, doing what you've done, brother, leaving one industry to another is a big thing, particularly something you're very well knowledgeable and versed in. And I want to give you my personal props, brother, for actually listening to my words and Theo words against IT. Me and Theo are not lying about IT. We both know IT and we know that it offers flexibility to work anywhere around the world. You know, for passport bros to reach their full potential and work anywhere and go to any country to meet any foreign woman, IT offers that flexibility. And I'm gonna ask this brother Joe, um, when are you taking that first trip, brother?
I wanted to get used to the first job first. So I was looking somewhere, if not before the year ends, sometime early next year, but surely in time for the next Manosphere meetup in Brazil.
Okay, beautiful, bro. And you said that, it's changed your life. It's definitely changed your family's life. You're able to help your family out a lot more. How has it changed your life personally, brother, in terms of like, you know, you ain't going back to the old self. You're a new person. How has it changed you, brother? In what way? Break it down for us, bro.
Um, okay, so I'm going from 60K a year all the way up to six figures easy for one
Ooh.
job.
Ooh wee.
Uh,
What? That. Oh. And how does that make you feel, brother? Now that you're a six figure, you're in a six figure club like Theo.
it's hard to believe. I just had my first week of work, so I'll get the first paycheck in what, 2 weeks. So I'll let you know when that happens.
There you go, brothers, man. Brothers, did you hear that, brothers? From 60K to now six figures a year. His first IT job. We're not capping when we say this, brothers, man. IT is hot right now. His first IT job is paying him that much money, you know? And to me, it makes it even more happy that it's a black man. It makes me more happy that it's black men serious on this movement, man, on this passport movement and the IT movement. You know, this is incredible, brother. Um, so what countries do you want to travel to, brother? Give me your top five countries where you want to touch down or even work there for 6 months or, or a year. Break it down for me, brother.
Hmm. Considering internet and what I've been hearing throughout the Manosphere, I want to say Brazil for sure, Colombia. Um, let's say some countries in Asia. I definitely want to hit up Thailand and the Philippines. And if I had to pick one in Europe, probably Germany.
Okay. Beautiful, brother. Let me ask this, brother. Break down to me your day-to-day work as a AWS worker working in the cloud and the difficulty of your job every day. I think that's a very important question. Brothers need to know, what you do in your work, how many hours you work. Are you working 4 hours? Can you work half a day and you're still good? And how hard your work is, brother. Break it down for me, bro.
All right. So the hardest part about the job is getting over the imposter syndrome, and believing that you're there for the company because you're a subject matter expert in AWS. They hired you because you know more than them. And all I did was just study a few course material and pass some certification exams. So I work standard office hours, 40 hours a week, which amounts to 8 hours a day. I start at 8 and at 5. And for the first week, which I just completed, not much work is there. It's just saying hi to the team and yeah, just
Carry on,
attending
bro.
meetings. Yeah, not much is expected of you. So I was just trying to attend meetings and just be a fly on the wall, like listen to what's happening. And when work gets assigned, hopefully next week, I'll be ready to tackle the task.
Okay, we're looking forward to hearing, what tasks you do, how hard it is. But from what you've heard and what you've seen so far, brother, what you expecting to do in your job role? Are you expected to be like administrating certain workloads in the AWS infrastructure or cloud? Are you doing some security work? Break it down for us, brother, as to what you're expected to do in your new job.
Yeah, so in this role, I got hired as a cloud security engineer. So my job is
Ooh,
mainly, yeah, I'm following Theo's footsteps.
damn.
So yeah, my job is to mainly secure the infrastructure in case any red flags show up. And as far as our logs, definitely investigate it if it comes up as a high or medium severity. Securing resources, like I would imagine like S3 buckets or um, databases or maybe IAM administration, making sure users have just the amount of like privilege they need to complete their tasks. And yeah, just do weekly or monthly reporting to my managers.
Brother, cloud security engineer. That's a big job, brother. Incredible as your first job. So I'm a clap for you for that, bro.
Thank you.
I gotta salute you there. So obviously, AWS, the CCP, and the solution architects, they're more about administration and architects, and so actually building things in the AWS infrastructure space. Um, did you already know AWS security already, or did you actually do the AWS security certs, or did you know about security already? Break it down for me, brother.
I did not do the security specialty certification that AWS has. All I have as knowledge was what was in the course materials that Stefan Merrick has for the CCP and the SAA.
Okay, so when you apply for the cloud security engineer job, bro, if you don't mind me asking, brother, how did you get that job? Because it's security is very specific. It's very specialized. You know, it's not really normal for someone that's new to AWS to get a security job within AWS. From what I've seen in the IT space, what do you think?
Mhm.
What did you do in the interview, brother, that made them give you that job? Was it the way you applied to the application? Break it down for me, bro.
You don't apply to any jobs; the jobs come to you.
Ooh.
Uh, yeah, the recruiter that initially slid in my DMs on LinkedIn, it was originally for a DevOps position, but that DevOps position got held back for a um, an architect position. So after that architect position was filled by someone else, I reached out to the recruiter again and asked if there was anything they needed from me for the architect position. But she let me know that the DevOps, or for the DevOps position, I mean, but she let me know that the DevOps position was going to be held back again for a security position. And I offered to interview for that since I already interviewed for the DevOps one, and she accepted. And yeah, it wasn't the best circumstances for interviewing because people were mowing the lawn outside of my house. But somehow I passed the interview, and yeah, I got accepted.
Congratulations, brother. What questions did they ask you in the interview? Was it security specific questions, or was it AWS questions in general, brother?
Mhm. Security questions inside of AWS and different thought processes when it comes to security and user management.
Beautiful. And how did you prepare for that interview? Did you reach out to Theo? Did you do your own research as to how AWS security works? Because you already had the background knowledge for it. How did you prepare for
Mhm.
that interview, brother?
So I didn't do the best job of preparing. I crammed the security section of Stefan's course material for the CCP, the SAA, and the SAP, and I didn't remember everything, but I remembered enough to get an offer.
Oh, beautiful, brother. SAP meaning something for what?
Solutions Architect Pro.
Oh man, this is beautiful, man. Brother, it was meant to be. It was meant to be. You know, it was meant to be. It was meant to be, brother. I'm so proud of you, brothers. Let me just make a special announcement here. The reason why I'm drilling down on the security part of this, because security is a very specialized area in IT. Normally, people have to work years to get into the security part of any IT job, right? This brother, in his first IT job ever, is a cloud security engineer. Do you know how incredible that is, brothers? If he can do it, you can do it too. Get into IT as soon as possible if you're serious about being a passport bro, having that flexibility, banging Maria, banging Sayaka, banging give me a name,
Mailing.
banging Mailing, banging give me a European name, bro. Um, banging Sasha, you know? Come on, brothers, man. Please get into IT. Life changing. This is amazing, bro. Um, I'm so happy for you. So, what's your next development stage now, brother? What's your next development stage? What do you plan on doing next, brother? What exam? What other cert? Break it down for me, brother.
Mhm. All right, so I've been using my free time at work to finish studying for the SAP exam. So that's what I've been working towards as of this past week. And yeah, it's going well so far. I'm using my free time to study more Stefan material. And yeah, I'd like to take the tests as soon as I'm done with it.
Awesome, awesome. Damn. Let me read a couple of super chats and let me check the likes as well. Brothers, get the likes up, please, as soon as possible, man. Come on, this is another educational stream. Please hit the like button. That'd be greatly appreciated. Okay, support the movement and support the channel. Thank you very much, brothers. Shout out to the brother Irregular Data. Shout out to you, my Canadian brother, for the $10 super chat. He says donating so we can get this life changing information out to more brothers. Thank you so much, bro, for the donation. Yes, indeed. Irregular data, you're up next, brother. So I'm expecting to interview you in the next coming months about your IT journey and you earning six figures as well and burning out in IT. Okay, thank you, regular data. I appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Mr. Regular Data again for the $2 super chat. Thank you, bro. Get the likes up, contribute. Yes, indeed, brothers. Please get those likes up and contribute to my channel and what I'm doing for brothers, man, worldwide. Okay, this is a life-changing movement. We're going to see high value males, high six-figure males, and hopefully seven-figure males coming from this channel, living great lives and having beautiful foreign women as girlfriends and ultimately wives. Thank you very much, the regular data. This is incredible, man. Beautiful. So, brother, what is your advice to brothers who are on the fence about IT? You know, brothers who are scared about leaving their current position, the current industry to get into IT, brothers who don't believe in IT and think we're blowing smoke up their ASS, Break it down for me, Joe.
You have nothing to lose. I did it with while working a full-time job, commuting in total of about 3 hours every day, considering going to work and coming back home, and come home, study a little bit, and put in more hours during the weekend, study. Anyone could do
Beautiful.
it.
Anyone can do it if you put your mind to it, man. Brothers, you have 3 more months left in this year, and I want you brothers to achieve something. You got October, November, December. 3 months is enough to study AWS, study an IT course, and get the knowledge, or at least do the exam too if you have time. 3 more months, you know, 3 more months to travel somewhere, to study something, and to at least improve your life, man. You know, time is very important and being consistent is also very important. You got 3 months, brothers. This is incredible, Joe. Damn. So, Joe, do you have a current girlfriend at all?
Yeah, I'm spoken for. She was with me before I got rich, so I gotta respect her for that.
Okay. Interesting, brother. So, have you told her about, your job, how much you get paid, blah, blah, blah?
Yeah, definitely. She knows about my career goals, where I'm headed in life, and yeah, she was there when I lost my job when the pandemic first started. So yeah.
Okay. So, okay, you're taken, bro. Fantastic. But guess what, bro? Don't forget that the Japanese are waiting for you, brother. The Germans are waiting for you, brother. The Brazilians are waiting for you, brother. The Colombians and the Ukrainians, bro. Woman, they're all waiting for you, brother. You know?
I know that's what the struggle is.
Where's she from? Is she American, bro? And is she black?
Yeah, she's black. She's Haitian herself. Not really Americanized. So so yeah, we got together initially because like she was teaching me French and I was like helping her with her English, but her English is pretty good. And yeah, we just connected and started dating way back when.
Okay, fantastic. As long as she's being feminine and submissive towards you, brother, who am I to tell you to leave your girlfriend to get another woman? Who am I to do that? Fantastic, bro. So I'm gonna open up the phone lines in a couple minutes. I've had my questions here to answer the guests. So when you call in, brothers, please ask the guest only about IT and his travel plans. Don't deviate from the live stream topic. Please call in and keep it on topic. And I want to say, brothers, man, IT is the way forward. Me and Theo know IT, so we're not capping when we promote IT. And Theo is having a Manosphere conference next year. It's gonna be the same thing, man. We're gonna push out IT for you brothers, man. So let me make this very clear. You know, if you want that IT one-to-one consultation with me, join my Patreon Diamond tier and send me a DM. We can have that talk. I will also be teaching a Python course next month in November. Okay, second week or third week of November. Okay, Python, another powerful programming languages. I use it. I see it in my workplace. So Python, I'll be teaching that next month, but only if you join the Patreon Diamond tier. So if you're interested in learning Python, join the Patreon Diamond tier. send me a DM there, and I will add you to my list of students in the coming weeks. Okay, and there you go, brothers, man. There you go. Get into IT as soon as possible. I'll also be doing more IT things next year, expanding it to more Python stuff, different courses of IT to give you brothers options to pick and choose from. Okay, we are going ham. Me and Theo, we will take you to the promised land. Ain't that right, Theo? Ain't that right, Theo? Okay, so thank you very much to our guest, Joe. Joe, before I open up the phone lines, is there anything else you want to touch upon your IT journey so far?
No, I'm just really appreciative of the movement. It's through this channel that we met Tony Berry as well, and through the Facebook group that Theo has. Tony was actually teaching us some coding languages in JavaScript and HTML, CSS, and yeah, I was really appreciative of it.
Awesome, bro. And where do you see yourself in 5, 10 years time?
5, 10 years. Definitely having real estate investments both in the U.S. and abroad, and just traveling, enjoying life, and definitely within the 10-year time having a legacy of my own.
Okay. What about in terms of your IT career, man?
Specialize in somewhere, whether it be machine learning or security and network security. It depends what the market calls for, and just keep learning.
Awesome, awesome. And any languages you're interested in learning, brother? I'm a huge Python fan. I love Python. It's a great language. Any language that will complement your AWS skills, or you're interested in learning in terms of programming languages, brother?
hmm yeah, so getting better at scripting languages like Terraform, Python, CloudFormation, even though like Terraform is way better than CloudFormation. But programming languages or coding languages, um, Python definitely. What else? Node.js to be better able to collaborate with developers inside of IT. It definitely helps to know what's going on inside of code.
Oh, beautiful, man. Beautiful. Has been a great stream so far. So I'm going to open up the phone lines, brothers. Please be respectful to our guests. Call in to ask some questions, and we'll have a great live stream. I'm posting my socials there in the live stream chat. So support and, of course, reach out to me. That'd be greatly appreciated. And please feel free to super chat or cash app. That'd be greatly appreciated, brothers. Thank you very, very much. Shout out to the brother, Mr. Yamabar, for the $10 super chat. He's saying, just showing my support. Thank you, brother. Much appreciation to Yamabar and much love to you. This is an important stream. Hope brothers get motivated and involved. It's possible. Yes, indeed, it's possible, man. It is very much possible, you know. But I don't want to see black men get left behind, because essentially a lot of the jobs in IT are easy to do and you make big money. Ain't that right, Joe?
Definitely. And Yamar is like an example I try to follow. He's definitely one of the first who did get a job inside of Theo's first class. And yeah, he helped me with some interview prep, and I really appreciate it.
Seeing black men help each other out like that, that's beautiful, man. That's what we should be promoting out there in the mainstream media, you know? Brothers, IT, very easy industry. The people I work with, they don't do a lot of work and they're getting paid big bucks. They can do a day's work of work in 2 hours and mess around for the next 5 hours and not do anything. I've seen it myself personally, brothers, and they're getting paid, you know, 9K a month, 10K a month, some even 20K a month, brothers. Crazy money, you know? I don't want to see brothers get left out of this gold rush. I don't want to see brothers get left out of, making this big money, man. It's about time black men have a piece of that cake too. It's about time black men be on that table as well. It's about time black men, you know, take honey off the, what's that thing called that where that honey comes from? What's that thing, brother?
Honeypot.
Honeypot, yes. And shout out to Winnie the Pooh. Awesome, brothers. So let me open up the phone lines. Trolls, if you call in, you will be blocked. Any trolls in the chat, you will be blocked. Don't come up here trying to bring your negative energy. I'm gonna block you off rip. Okay, you fools. Whenever black men come together to speak about changing lives and doing great things, always got to be trolls, try and disrupt the harmony. Not tonight, man. Not tonight, devil. Let's get it popping. I ain't playing no games tonight. Shout out to Mr. Raphael Taylor for the $5 super chat. Thank you for the support, Raphael Taylor. I'm at work right now listening. Very, very inspiring. As soon as I get off, I'm getting back into study mode. Yes, indeed, man. Thank you, brother. Brother, you have 3 more months to do it. 3 months. 3 months to do it. You can do it, brothers. It's all about consistency and execution. That is the bane. Sorry, that is the source of everything. Consistency. When you start something, you finish it, man. And I know there's a lot of distractions here. There's Netflix, there's Big Booty Keisha, there's big chested Becky, there's all these distractions. But if you just take time every day and forget about all the distractions and just stay at home after work and study 3 hours a day. 3 hours a day, brothers. Trust me, time will go past, and before you know it, end of December, you're making big money. You have the knowledge. Yes, Theo's in the building, man. Theo's in the building, man. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Rockstar, baby. Let me bring in the king, Theo Waft, man. Any disrespect towards Theo will result in a permanent ban. Nobody touches Theo, bro. What's up, Theo?
I'm doing well. I'm having a good time. Thanks a lot. I'm always enheartened by these stories, and one of the messages that I've said in the Black Manosphere is that the focus has to be on the small guy. The focus has to be on the next generation, the next person, bringing the next person up. And if the focus is on the content creators or like somebody like myself, then the Black Manosphere will die. And there's been so much chaos today. I can't tell you the amount of crap that I've gone through with the Manosphere today, but this is a shining example of this. We have Joe here, one of my students, who has broken through, gotten the change, making more money, now successful, now able to go out and do jobs and live in places he never thought of before. And like he said, a lot of it was breaking through his own mental barriers. And that's what I'm there for. I'm actually there to break those down inside the students. And what do we have? We have another talented Black man who can go out and do amazing things. And it's when we focus and we have that ability to believe in ourselves, amazing things happen. They really can't beat us. So Joe, shout out to you. I'm very glad you did this. And for the people who are listening, my method has results. And as people know, I'll beat you over the head over it. I'll go after you, but it's for your benefit. It's not for mine. It's not like, there's a check in the mail or, my life improves or I lose 2 stone when you guys do this. That doesn't happen. I know it's more like I get the satisfaction of knowing that you have a better life. And I'm like, okay, cool. I got another guy. Let's do the next one. Let's figure out the next guy. Let's keep on moving this process through. So, Joe, extremely well. I look forward to helping you out in your career and giving you more classes. Again, I want you guys to know he is in my SANS class. He is.
Oh,
I'm teaching him high. Yeah, I'm teaching him high level stuff. So he has done some incredible work so far, incredible understanding of security, and I'm really happy that you're following this path.
Beautiful.
Thank you. I appreciate everything.
Wow,
Yep.
Sensei giving the kind words to his student. We love seeing that, man. We love seeing that. Thank you very much, Theo. So I see Willie Beeman. He says here, I wouldn't mind working abroad. I work in cybersecurity with specialties in PCI DSS and vulnerability management. PCI meaning payment card something, if I'm not mistaken, and vulnerability management. So do you work with Nessus, Qualis? What's your vulnerability management tool, brother? To obviously
It's probably Nessus, Qualis, something like that. It's a fun tool. Something that they get me doing. Go run a Nessus scan, see how many vulnerabilities we have. We have a lot of vulnerabilities. You guys don't patch them. Who cares? You don't do anything. So what are you going to do? Just know that we suck? Okay, good for us.
Awesome, man. And if you can call in Willie Beeman and tell us how you handle critical vulnerabilities, high vulnerabilities, and how you prioritize them in your team, that'd be great, bro. Thank you, Willie Beeman. We got another IT brother in the house. Awesome. So how do you feel about his how do you feel about his words, Joe, from Theo?
Definitely, it's reassuring. And the funny thing is, I'm not the first one. I'm not the second one. I'm not the third one, and there will be many more after me. So.
No, you're not. You're not even the 20th one or the 30th. There's
There's
quite a number. Yeah, I mean, but there's at least 30 other guys who have made six figures now, and so I'm just glad you're there. And we know there's other, of course, as you know in the class, there's other guys in the pipeline. They're just waiting to start, and so it's just a question of time. But I mean, it doesn't matter how long it takes you to do it. You did it. That's all it is. And then there's the guys who are stuck, the guys who are doubting themselves, and the guys who quit. I'm trying to reach out to them saying, "Oh, stop. Don't quit. You can be a part of this group. Just keep on working, keep on applying. It's not hard. You can do this." But it's like we had that class on Thursday. There's a lot of guys who are sitting there thinking, "I'm black, I can't do it." Well, that was Tuesday's class. That's right. I think it was Tuesday's class. And you got to, I work to try to beat that out of the people, because that's something that's frustrating to me. I mean, I had that myself. I'm black. I can't do this. Oh, it is destruction. I hate this. And when you have it, it makes it impossible to be successful. And so when I got rid of that, I mean, I didn't really spend time on it. When I got rid of it, it was like, oh, I can do anything. Man, I can fly through the air. I could build this. I could do that. If I fail, I don't care. I can do it again and try. And I can actually learn from my failures instead of feeling that I can't do it because I'm black. I'm just going to have another failure because I'm black. That's gone. So I'm reaching out to those guys in the class, and I'm still working on it. So, I like the words that Joe says. Joe's a really great guy. He has good skills. He has good ability to keep on going and not stop. Very persistent. And that's the way you're going to have to do it if you want to be successful. And remember, you're not being successful for me. You're being successful for you. I'm just pushing you. That's it. I'm just helping you along your way. And a lot of guys say, what should I do next? And what should I do? What about this or that? And I always tell them, follow your heart. I can't tell you who you are. I don't know what you want to do or your path. You have to figure it out. So whatever you want to do, you just take a walk every day, go think about it, think about your lifestyle, think of what you do, because whoever you are is inside of you. And then once you kind of figure that out, then I can help you get to where you want to be. So Joe here, he's a security engineer. Cool. That's what we got. We got a security engineer. He's a cloud security engineer. He's going to be rich.
He's going to be definitely very rich. That's the future. He is.
He's going to be buying me some steak one day. I want some steak. All right, Chewbacca wants some steak. I want some steak. Chewbacca, you want some steak? Yeah, you want some? You gonna get some steak from Joe? You gonna buy some steak? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So Chewbacca and I, we're gonna take the Falcon over to your place sometime. Land it outside. We want some steak.
I'll do it. You got it.
Awesome, man. Thank you, Theo. Dehan 2119 and regular data. Turn your cameras on in the background, please, so I know you're not trolls. Thank you, Regular Data. You're confirmed. You are a brother. Dihan, can you turn your camera on in the background so I know you're not a troll, please? Just a security verification process so I can stop trolls coming in and disrupting the harmony. So let me bring in Mr. Irregular Data. He's been confirmed. Hey, Irregular Data. How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, brother. We've got a Canadian brother in the house. And of course, Irregular Data, thank you for your support so far. That was greatly appreciated, bro.
Yeah, no problem, man. You know, when you motivate me, IP, when I see you doing all these things, and I know all the sacrifices you're making because you're staying up late at night, 4 a.m. You're doing it 3-4 times per week. You know, Theo also sacrificing. He's doing 3-4 classes per week. You know, giving out 20 hours of teaching per week for free. You know, doing all this for free. The least I could do is just, you know, give you a little super chat. And Theo, if we ever meet, I'll buy you a steak. Don't worry, I'll buy you an unlimited amount of steaks. All on me.
I want a steak. I want, how about Brazilian steak in Rio?
Anything.
How about we do that?
No,
sounds good.
No ceiling. No ceiling on the price.
Okay, that sounds good. Okay, I want a steak. I'm hungry. I'm hungry today. I had a lot of problems in the Manosphere today. I just sit back like, oh my goodness, what are you people doing? So now I want steak.
Okay, you got it.
Awesome, man. So welcome to Regular Data. Do you have any questions for our guest at all, Joe?
Yeah, Joe, what's up? How you doing?
I'm doing fine. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. I just got a few questions. I wanted to ask you. I know that you got your CCP and you got your SAA, and what other like qualifications did you get to get that job? Like, did you learn Terraform? Did you learn Python? Did you learn Linux?
For this one, I didn't need Terraform because it's mainly just fixing security issues through the console. They don't care about the CLI or anything through Terraform. But it does help with many job descriptions, so it does help.
Okay, and also my other question would be is I know that right now AWS Cloud is super hot right now, and I know that a lot of people who have that certification on their LinkedIn, they get a lot of messages from recruiters. How often are you getting messages from recruiters that you're not soliciting, they're coming to you?
I had to shut it off because I didn't want to just continue ignoring them, but it comes in often, especially during hiring season.
Yep.
So are you saying
I have the same thing. Yeah, I have the same thing. You have to set it correctly.
So are you saying you're getting 3 messages per day from recruiters, 5, 1?
When it's slow, I'm getting at least like 5 per day, but during hiring season, probably like 12, 15 per day.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Wow.
Options.
That's for everybody listening. You guys, this is right now, they're in so desperate need for people that they don't care. They're going to message you, even if you turn off your notifications on LinkedIn saying, I'm not looking for a job. They don't care.
Facts, man. And they're paying top dollar. And I also want to make this point out there as well, right? Not just America, brothers, all around the world, there's a shortage of, competent people that can work in cloud and other IT industries. And when this brother Joe gets his SANS cert, he can be commanding $500,000 a year. Wait till you get that SANS cert, Joe. That SANS cert, and SANS, that's the best cert in the industry for security. When you get that, bro, it's over. It's over.
Definitely, that's the goal.
It's expensive, but when you get it, no one can touch you, bro. You're going to make a lot of money.
Yeah. So I'm teaching the advanced courses that I'm teaching SANS 554, the SANS Security 540, which is DevSecOps and deployment onto the cloud. And took both of them. And, he can take, it's a good prep course for the way that I'm doing it. So if he does the labs, and then he can, if he potentially could actually get the cert, if he really applied, that'd be amazing if he did that. But he'd probably take the course again, officially with SANS, he'd be in a very good position, and then he could pass it that way. But yeah, even if you don't have to pass SANS, you can just take the course and put that on your resume that you've taken it, even if it's with me. And you have the concepts down, you can actually discuss them in class. Oh yeah, your salary's going up. You make some money.
Definitely.
Lord willing.
Yeah, I try to read the material every night before bed.
Beautiful,
Yeah,
man.
that's put you to sleep. Yeah, that's a good way to go to sleep. Okay.
So I've got a super chat. Shout out to NTech1 for the $5 super chat. Thank you, bro, for the support. Much love and much appreciation to you. That means a lot to me. Theo, getting my Bachelor's of Science in IT Management. Can I get a remote job with that degree? I'm thinking of relocating to Thailand. Japan seems hard to get a job. Theo, you're up next, brother. Oh, Theo's not happy.
Why do they say this? Why do they do this? Always, I have this bizarro lad. Okay, look, dude. It's easy to get a job in Japan. That's where I started. Okay, it's easy. You have a pulse. It's like getting a woman. It's like getting a job and getting a woman in Japan. It's so freaking easy compared to America. This is simple. So, learn a little bit of Japanese. It's good that you actually did that in university. Great. Get your sorry, this is IP's group, not my class. I cannot swear. Okay, got it. Okay. Get your certifications in AWS, the cloud, something of value, something that shows you actually understand an environment. And then there's various places that can help you to apply for jobs in Japan. Japan is like basically it's a colony of the United States, functionally speaking. It has zillions of jobs. Zillions. I mean, they do IT like crazy over there. They got zillions. You can't get a job. What? I mean, come on, dude. It's like saying, let's say I can't get a girlfriend in Japan. Like, what do you mean? What? A corpse can get a girlfriend in Japan, okay?
Oh, what?
So, anyway, a corpse. Okay?
What? A corpse? Jeez.
A corpse.
Wow. Is that easy? God damn.
Is that easy? My goodness. Dude, I'm going to meet you in Japan, IP. You and me are going to go out like you did in Germany, except you ain't coming home that night, okay? I'm going to make sure of it.
Let's do it, bro, man. Let's do it. ASAP.
Okay.
Let's do it, bro.
Anyway,
Thank you.
Thailand is a place you go when you have a remote job. You want to be on the beach. You want to relax. You want low cost, and you want an amazing girlfriend. Like that's where you go. But she ain't working. You ain't going to get any money from that environment. Like it's impossible. The economy isn't so great. But Japan economy is fantastic. So you can definitely get a job there.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Theo. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you, NTech1. Appreciate you, bro. Dihan, can you turn your camera off? I see you, brother. You're confirmed. Thank you, bro. Let me bring in Mr. Dihan 219, my Costa Rican brother. It's been a minute. Hey, bro. How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm good.
Fantastic, brother. Welcome back, Dihan. It's been a minute. Hope you're well. So do you have any questions for the guest himself, Joe International, brother?
Yes, this is a very inspiring situation podcast going on. It's very inspiring because you can actually help brothers out, and I like what you're doing. And my hats off to Theo. This is very good stuff because I've been looking to get into cloud, but I don't know anybody that's in cloud. So I did some studying with cloud. I haven't taken my tests, exams, but this motivate me to go the AWS route. And I think the other gentleman, he said he only had the cloud practitioner cert. Is that all you have?
I have the cloud practitioner and solutions architect associate.
Okay, because I studied the solution architect. I skipped the cloud practitioner, so I just went for the solution architect. So I was thinking, which one, if I go the beginning one or the advanced, that's which route I was thinking to take. But I see where you're going. That's giving me very motivation to get in the cloud because I'm tired of commuting and driving. So that's the reason why I wanted to get into cloud.
Definitely. Commuting sucks. Now I don't have to pay for gas.
This is very excellent because I've been going back and forth in Microsoft route, the AWS. I've just been trying to figure out which path for me to choose. And I find that the AWS to me is much easier than a Microsoft. I studied both. So I just wondered which one is much more demanding to get into. But I see what you did. That gave me very good motivation.
Yeah, as far as choosing which one, definitely is a good start to do AWS. You can definitely start off with the SAA one, like you're doing right now. We have people in class who have found success doing that, but put both on your resume. It'll only make you more marketable.
I have
All
a
right, thank you.
question. Thank you,
Sure.
Dihan, for Theo. Can you, if you have background knowledge on AWS infrastructure, by reading the SAA and CCP, but you have experience in IT already, can you skip doing the exam for both of them and do the exam for AWS security?
Well, I mean, not really. I
Okay.
mean, you could do some things in there, but they're going to ask specific questions regarding the framework, best practices, things like that. And so it's AWS best practices. So that's why you kind of have to know, like, at least you need to know the jargon
But
to
so I'm
get
saying,
used
but
to it.
you know how AWS works, right? You played on it before, but you don't want to do the exam for SAA and CCP. You want to go straight and do the exam for the AWS security.
You can, yeah,
Okay.
you can do it, yeah, you could do it, yeah. It shouldn't, yeah, you can do it if you're just really hardcore about it. Yeah, you can do it.
Awesome.
Yeah, you don't have to, but basically a lot of people would be like, why don't you have the other, like, why don't you have SAA? Why did you go straight for security? They would be intrigued by it. It would make you look good on the resume, that's for sure, because it's unique. So if you did, for example, security, AWS security, and AWS DevOps, just those two certs, oh yeah, you can be eating a lot of calories there, a lot of steak, Wagyu, Nandos. Yeah, you'd be doing
Nando's.
well.
Hey, you said it wrong, bro. Nando's, fam. Nando's, bro. Nando's, not Nandos.
I said it in Japanese, so
Nandos.
if I don't know how to say the stress, I just default Japanese it. So yeah, Nihongo, okay, Nandos. So
Did you go to Nando's in the UK when you were here?
no, man, I was
Damn.
drunk half the time. I just went around to whatever pub and fish and chips place I can get, got it. And I was good. Go to another rave, go to another place. I did business when I was there too, so it was just get a sandwich and eat some Indian food. That's it. See something cultural. Feel insufficient because I'm an American without culture.
Oh man.
yeah. That's it. It was fun. I had my wife there too, and she was still alive. So she and I would go around and dance all over the place in London. Like there are various streets and corners. We just, me and her. People were looking at us like we were weird. Like, we're tourists. We don't care.
Thank you, Theo.
Yeah.
Let me bring in Dr. Khan. Can you turn your camera on in the background so I know you're not a troll? I can't see you, bro. It's all much better. Thank you, bro. If you turn your camera off. And Tech, when I see you there, brother, I'll put you up next after. Let me bring in Dr. Khan. How you doing, Doctor?
I'm doing fine. How about you?
Fantastic, brother. Fantastic. Welcome back, Dr. Khan. Been a minute. Do you have any questions for our guest, Doctor?
Not too much. Just big ups to you and a very, very big ups to Sensei Dio, because it began, like I said, at the beginning of this year, I was a hapless security guard. Now I'm in a position, I'm making twice my amount in IT, working 2 jobs in big companies, and
okay, brother,
I'm doing great.
Awesome. Doing AWS? Doctor, you doing AWS?
No,
what are you doing?
I'm working on it. I actually want to work with Dio. Hopefully, I want to enter one of his sessions one day, hopefully next year, and do AWS, because I want to make part of my year like the age of cloud, and do his classes at AWS, work some summits at AWS, and also do my Azure certs as well.
Let me ask this, brother. Right. So you said you work in IT. What are you doing in IT right now? What field?
Okay, and part of it I'm doing software engineering, but basically doing testing, and the other part is doing some, I'll say, project management work, and keep it at that.
Okay.
I don't want to out
Wonderful,
myself
brother.
too much.
No, that's fine. I just wanted to know what field you are. For you were proud of something else. Thank you, Dr. Khan. Fantastic. Thank you, brother. Let me bring in Mr. Ntech1. Hey, Ntech1, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. And how are you?
Fantastic, brother. Fantastic. Welcome back, Ntech1. And of course, thank you for your support earlier tonight. Much appreciated, bro.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for our guest, Ntech?
I had some questions for either Theo or the guest could answer. So every time there's a live about IT, it seems like the information is geared towards more like the certification route and like the coding route. So right now I'm getting my degree in IT management. So I wanted to know that like how could I possibly get a good job with that? Because I do plan like in the future I would like to relocate to Japan.
Okay, I'll go and answer that one. So it's not for the way I do it. I don't emphasize coding. Other people do, but I don't. I emphasize DevOps, which is a little different, but coding no. But I do infrastructure. My view is that you get good at infrastructure and you get good at systems, servers, things like that, security, things like that. Then you can move into management, because if you don't know what those systems are and you haven't been using them, how can you really manage them? I mean, you can, but then you're going to be hated by your staff because they're going to know real quick you don't know what you're doing, and then they're going to be like polishing their resumes on LinkedIn real quick.
Okay.
So you really do need to be doing some engineering work for a while. And again, if you want to be a manager, there are zillions of managers in Japan. Japan is like admin central. They don't have engineers per se because they need more of them, but administrators who don't have skill, they got lots of those. That's what, like, there's a 55-year-old who doesn't have a job. Okay, put him in as a manager, pay him. That's how the government thinks. So I would say do the engineering, get a cloud cert, learn some Japanese, go to Japan.
Okay. The problem that it's not really a problem, but I think the issue for me is I'm 24, so like I'm not in the age range where I think they would like employ me as a manager. So the experiences I have in IT is like basic IT experience. Like for example, I build computers. Like I took the A plus and I passed the A plus. That's really about the IT experience I had.
Should have said that.
Oh,
Yeah, it's CompTIA. Yeah, it's CompTIA. Exactly. You fell into the CompTIA trap. They give you a cert, but you can't do anything. So you sit there incapable and your career dies. CompTIA should be removed. CompTIA should be considered as a human rights violation, particularly against Black men. It should be removed permanently. And there basically needs to be a programming chip to be put in Black men's head to actually have CompTIA, to remove all experience and anything in their brains, wash it away, because it'll make you into a zombie. So I am very anti CompTIA. You actually need to get a certification in a platform that is actually being used. Actually learn commands in the platform, how the platform works, how you actually interact with the platform, the whole thing, whole kabang. Then you get certified in that, then you have something. With CompTIA, basically it's like, you get that cert because you ran out of toilet paper, so you got nothing else.
Thing is, right?
Actually, might as well use that first. Save the toilet paper. Use toilet paper second.
I'm gonna. Okay, so I agree on Theo, right, to an extent here. So me and Theo, we differ on CompTIA. I don't advise brothers to do any CompTIA exams, right? Unless you need to. The knowledge is good, and the N plus knowledge is good. Network plus knowledge is good for basic networking. Okay, but then to specialize further, the CCNA, CCNP, yes. But to get you that knowledge first, study it, but don't do the exam for it. You save your money. That's why I tell brothers. Wouldn't you agree, Theo? That some CompTIA stuff, the knowledge is good, but the exam itself from the cert is useless, in my opinion. unless it's security plus. Because hold on, bro. Because in the government, you do need security plus in some cases in the U.S. government, from what I've seen.
They make it a requirement because you have even more idiots in the government, so they don't know. So they say that because they're just stupid. So that's when I see that CompTIA certification requirement in the government, I'm just like, oh, that's gonna be horrible for my job. I'm not even gonna do it. So that's protected job for idiots. I would say the CompTIA books was kind of like a cliff note. So if you just want like a basic, like quick understanding of something to kind of get your feet wet, okay. Yeah, I can see just going through the book and understanding some quick concepts. But why buy the book? You can use Wikipedia.
If I could interject, my experience is I don't do CompTIA or any type of certification system to CompTIA unless it's free. And that helped me so far. And to me, I agree with both of you guys. In a certain way, is that CompTIA is good for basic knowledge, but if you doing that as the end all be all, then you should get head checked.
All right,
but there are guys who think it's the end all be all. That's the problem. They think I've got CompTIA. I could do something. I'm like, what? Okay, I'm gonna be quiet. Be good. I'm one with the universe. Okay.
Hold on, Dr. Khan. Shout out to Mr. Big Mac Fisher for the $5 super chat. Keep working, IP. What's up, gang? What's up to you, Big Mac Fisher in the building? Another IT bro. Thank you, brother, for the support, Big Mac Fisher. Hope you're boarding it well in IT, making that big cash, and of course, banging beautiful foreign dimes. Okay, shout out to you, Big Mac.
you should bring him on if you can. He has a lot to say. So
Big Mac, call in, brother. Call in, bro. If you can call in, that'd be great. Much appreciation, bro. Also, and brothers calling as well. This is a live stream that I don't do too often, but I will be doing more early next year as we push up in the Manosphere conference, etc., etc. So please call in now if you have any IT questions regarding Joe's experience in IT, or even to Theo, even to me as well. I can definitely answer that as well. Okay.
Hey, me too.
Awesome.
I got some.
And Dr. Khan as well, of course. Thank you, bro. So beautiful. So I have a question, and it's the Azure question to Joe. So Joe, Azure is biting at the heels of AWS. Okay. I think eventually it's gonna rival it or even overtake it. I'm gonna give it 5-10 years. Are you making plans to study Azure, Joe, or are you gonna be an AWS guy until the day you leave America? I'm joking. Breaking off me, bro.
Yeah, I definitely want to get into multi-cloud. Is you can get much more money just by knowing different cloud environments and how to communicate between them. So yeah, I want to get into Azure, but my company now, they're trying to move away from Azure into AWS, so that's why I got hired.
Wow.
I'm kind of the opposite, actually. My company, if I have to give a little bit too much, is they used to be AWS, but now they're going to Azure. But I'm planning on doing both because why not?
Why not both? Very true. Get that double money, huh? Awesome.
Yeah, and the concepts are pretty much the same. It's just the services are named differently. So once you know one cloud, you could definitely branch off into another one pretty easily.
Wow, awesome. Fantastic. All right, brothers, call in. There's time. You know, this is a good time to ask your questions. Don't be shy. So Theo, give me your top 5 countries where IT is the best country for brothers to make money. Obviously America, obviously Japan. 3 more. You're on mute.
Japan would be well, actually, if you're just starting in your career, I would say Japan's number 1. Straight out. It's Japan is designed for someone who is intelligent but has no experience. They understand you. So that would be first one. Then America, Canada. We think where else would if you want to work there, you actually want to work there. Germany. You have high tax rates, but you can get a job. That's for sure. Ireland, but they have a lot of people there. So, but I mean, Ireland has a lot of tax. It's like it has a lot of tax havens for IT. So there's a lot of offshore companies there. So those are the main areas. Oh well, over Ireland, I'll say Australia, but they've also got a lot of people there as well. So those are the places where it's easier for you as a Westerner to get a job. But I mean, above all, uber alles would be Japan. You can get a job in 19 seconds there.
Do you have to know Japanese then? I'm guessing business Japanese or English.
For some you don't. For some you do. I would think from what I'm hearing right now is that the foreign companies there have been battered because of coronavirus. So they've lost most of their foreign staff. So right now they're begging for foreign workers to be there. Yeah. I was just talking to somebody about that today. I was just communicating. Trying to get another brother in, getting a job in Japan, and they're like, "Yeah, there's the banks don't have foreigners. They wanted people at least speak English first and then Japanese second, and they don't have them."
Or you can learn Japanese once you land there, right? That's okay.
You can, but these kind of jobs, you don't need Japanese at all. You can just use straight English. Like beautiful. The Japanese at that job speak in English.
This is beautiful.
Like I would say one example of this is Morgan Stanley. Morgan Stanley is entirely English, pretty much, and that's in AB's in Tokyo. That it's entirely English inside that office. You don't need Japanese at all.
Man, so imagine working in Tokyo, but taking trips to places near Tokyo to meet countryside women. Oh man, that's brother's.
Oh yeah, you could do that. You could do that in AB's. It has a direct train line to the countryside. You get country chicks coming in there all the time. So you can just sit there. They got great drinking areas. I know because I went there and drank with my wife. And they got great shopping areas. You can sit there and you can buy her some flowers. You can take her out to a park. You can play around with her, take them out to eat, have a great time. You can just be that right in that station. So again, that's another example. You can go to another station, just one over. It's Shibuya. So Shibuya, you go crazy. So yeah, good examples. Okay, I'll be quiet anyway. That's just examples you can do.
Awesome. Thank you, Theo. Big Mac Fisher, can you turn your camera on in the background so I know you're not a troll, brother? Thank you, bro. You're confirmed. That's my brother, Big Mac Fisher, building, bro. That's it, man. Ben Denis, you're confirmed as well. Give me a second, brother. Let me bring in Big Mac Fisher first, the IT, bro. Let's get it in, man. Let's get it, brothers. Big Mac Fisher, man. What's up, brother?
Hey, everybody. How's everything going? What's up, gang?
I'm doing great, bro. What's up? You good?
Yeah, just tuning in a little while ago. I always try to support you when I'm listening.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, someone put in the chat comment on the IT journey. I'm learning. I want to say that less than a year ago, around this time, actually, when I was in first email communication with Theo about learning about AWS, and he directed me to some course material. I started the course material. When I got stuck, he helped me through it, and I was absolutely amazed that I can do this thing. At the time, something that was completely alien to me. I was so amazed that I could do it, and that just encouraged me to keep on going. And today, I'm learning that every time I learn something new, I'm learning what I don't know, which is good, and it keeps me. It encourages me to know more. I currently waiting to retire from one job, and I don't like counting the birds like a bird in the hand. I don't like counting a bird in the bush, but there has been an offer to hire extended. I'm waiting for them to paperwork or whatever it is they need to do and work out salary. And that should be, the training will start in January.
Beautiful. So, and is this for AWS, brother?
Yes, for AWS. And speaking with the recruiter director and one of the managers, they're encouraging me to get as much as I can before I come on. So I want to become proficient in Python, Terraform, and get an AWS cert. I'm on vacation coming this week, so I think I'm going to just stay home and work on this Azure cert. Sorry, I'll work on the Azure cert. So anything will be helpful going in. I figure I wouldn't have to worry about that certification later, so I'm going to try to knock that out this week while I'm on vacation.
So, brother, so have you passed CCP and SAA?
Yes, I currently have both.
Wow, wonderful, man. And how long did that take you to pass both?
Say again.
How long did it take you to pass both certs, brother?
Oh wow. Well, the CCP, I'm going to tell you, I was in Theo's class, which started last year at the initial management meetup, and I had the course, and I was following along with Theo's course, and a few students, we realized that if we got ahead in the coursework at Theo's suggestion a number of times to get ahead on the coursework, that it would help us. A few of us did that. And once one person passed it, it was like a popcorn effect. You know, that first kernel pops and then everybody pop, 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 pop. Oh yeah, everybody gets a cert. And I would say the CCP is 17 and a half hours. I don't know if Stefan revised it, but it's actually 17 and a half hours, right? That's the coursework. That's the course. It says 17 and a half hours.
That's nothing.
Yeah. If you sit down and do it, it's nothing. We were just intimidated because we were never exposed to IT, and everyone shared that same sentiment. But once you did it, once you passed that threshold, you're like, this is nothing. You have to do it. This is nothing. You have to face that little monster. And it's a small little, it's not even a monster. It's like it's an imp. It's a little small little, it's a lizard. You just kick it out of your way. And I'm not saying it's easy, but yeah, just do the work. And
so it took you how long, brother, for CCP? What, 4 months to pass?
CCP? No, let's say honestly, on and off. I was through the course and had forgotten everything. So I took 3 days to go over the course again from A to Z and schedule the tests. So I would say, again, IP, I was on and off, finished the course, didn't go back, was encouraged by Theo, and then we got together and said, hey, let's just go take the cert. I sat down 3 days, reviewed it, and took the test. I would say it would take a week. If you would take a week and do nothing but that, do the course and then do a review, I'm very confident a person can pass the CCP.
There you go, brothers, man. Just a week. You know, that's crazy, man. That's beautiful. A week to change your life forever. A week to earn 6 figures. What other industry is doing that, bro? A lawyer can't do that. A doctor can't do that. IT can. IT brothers can. That's crazy.
And to see classmates get hired, it's real. It's real. We speak about it all the time. There are a few more who are actively interviewing and trying to get hired as soon as they can. But to see people, I heard I heard JM earlier on, like right before I came on. I don't know if he identified himself, but I know that's JM. And you know he's I don't know if he disclosed. I'll let him. But anyway, people are trying to get to work, and it's right there. Our thing now is trying to interview in an industry that we have no familiarity with. We are, being guided by Theo. He gives us great interview guidance and advice. And even now, it's like everything changes so fast. So interviewing is actually a skill. I'm discovering that. Learning how to interview is going to be worth a few $1 million in your career.
All right, thank you, Big Mac. I appreciate you, bro. Welcome.
Yep.
Let me
Big Mac's doing well. I want to say that he's doing really well. He's fought hard.
Wow.
I don't want to say he doesn't have any experience in IT. So, I mean, I'm going to say if he can do it, anyone can do it.
Congratulations, right? Big Mac. You're an inspiration, brother, to me and to all the brothers here, okay?
Yes.
Ben Denis calling again, brother. I'm sorry about that. Let me bring in blockchain. Blockchain, you want me to bring you on with your camera on? Give me a thumbs up. Blockchain, do you want me to bring you on with your camera on? Give me a thumbs up, bro. Can you hear me, Blockchain? All right, so bend the knee, I see, brother, you're confirmed. Do you want to turn your camera off? What's up, Bendini? How you doing, brother?
Hey, what's going on, man? Yeah, I had a little bit of a internet issue, so I had to switch computers.
No problem, bro. No problem, brother. Welcome, Bendini. And brothers, feel free to hit the Cash App and Super Chats to support the movement. Join the Patreon as well to get additional intel on foreign women and to get access to the Python course I'm teaching next month, okay? Second week of November. Awesome. So what's up, Bendini? Do you have any questions for our guest?
Oh, yes, I do, man. First of all, I want to say I appreciate the content. This is amazing. I've always had these questions, so I appreciate this. For sure.
Hey, no problem. No problem, brother. Fire away, brother.
Okay, so just to make this, to explain myself real quick, I'm about to get my 8. I had a bachelor's. I'm 28, so I'm on the older side. But I had a bachelor's in, criminal justice. Was going to go to law school. Did not love it. Waste of time. And I hate America. I don't like being here. Obviously, I like being American. I just don't like being here. So found your channel, and I decided I wanted to move. So I got into IT this year. I will graduate with an 8.8 in cybersecurity by next summer. And I got lucky, actually. I just recently got a, an IT entry-level job at Hard Rock Casino. I got super lucky. So, I want to add that to my experience and learn. They require me to take CompTIA A, so I'm going to take it. But my first question is, what certs should I go for if I want to move to, for example, I really want to go to Germany, for example. How hard is it? What do I need to do? What certs should I take?
Well, first off, you need to go into your company and ask them, can you please not take CompTIA, but can you do an actual cert in an actual platform? Because if you have a CompTIA cert, I'm going to just be honest with you, you're really showing yourself to be general, like Zippo. And so if you're going to, let's say you want to go to Germany, well, they got plenty of people, they got immigrants who can do CompTIA. So why are they going to hire you? You're just showing yourself to be at a low level. So you need to show yourself to be a specialist. So you really need to get into that. You need to go as hard as you can within a platform to show that you can actually do it. You don't want to be a specialist. They can literally, they can get a CompTIA guy in India to work $100 a month.
Wow.
Okay? They don't need you if you're doing CompTIA. So my little spiel about it, I can tell my reaction immediately. You need to figure out what you want to do. So what's inside your heart? Okay. And then once you figure that out, what you like to do, specialize in that area, and then also see if it pays you money. So if, for example, if you want to do cloud basket weaving, well, that doesn't really pay that much money. So, but if you want to do again, DevOps, or if you want to do scripting in the cloud, or some sort of big data, that's a good example, or networking or machine learning, there's plenty of jobs in those areas. I mean, a lot. So you can move in country to country. Even if you don't have that much of experience, if you have at least passed the cert, you can go to another country and get a job there.
What about because my thought process was get into cloud security engineering for AWS or something like that.
Okay, so you'd really be saying cloud DevOps or DevSecOps. That's what we're really talking about. And there's a lot of remote jobs for that. Zillions. I know, I'm interviewing for them. So you can definitely do some damage there.
All right, and so you're saying basically if I want to go to, for example, Germany or Japan, I would need to learn the language and also specialize in a field in IT.
Okay, so I don't know so much about Germany working IT. I do know that from what I've seen, because I've seen English, people, British people working in Germany without any German. They worked in IT.
Yes.
And they were making over 100,000 euros a year. So they were doing well. So these are like typical British expats who go over the world. If you start doing global, you'll start seeing these British expats all over the place. So that crowd is there. In Japan, basically saying you don't have to, but you should start studying Japanese. Not studying Japanese puts you at a serious disadvantage. So you're limited in the amount of jobs you can get. You can still go over $100,000 a year, but you're limited in the amount of jobs you can get, and then you're also limited in the amount of women you can date. The more Japanese you have, the better quality job and the better quality woman.
That's
also
facts.
the better quality food you can order, because you don't know what's on those menus. I still don't have my menus in English. I still don't do menus in Japanese. So you really want to get that Japanese menu.
Awesome. Sorry. Okay, last question, bro. I need to go on to the new caller.
All right, and the last thing, like I know you're saying like CompTIA is a waste of time. What are the basic certs you recommend that I should go for?
CCP for Azure. Don't do AZ900, do AZ104, and go to DevOps 204. And then for GCP, or just doing a basic engineer, get those. Just do those basic ones. If you get 2 of them, you're looking great. I mean, you can, especially for Japan. Okay, so you were talking about Japan market. You need to get those Azure shirts immediately. But there's a big push right now at AWS in Japan, so they're gonna still want to talk with you. So I just say study it all and get the books and just start studying, and just like every day, just go at it. You'll be fine.
All right, thank you, man. Thank you, guys. Peace.
Thank you, Bentley. Appreciate you, bro. Manny, send me a DM on IG, please. Let's speak on your recruiter stuff. We can definitely bring you in. That'd be great, brother. Send me a DM on IG, bro. I'm gonna post in the live stream chat, and we can definitely bring you in with Frame if you're a recruiter to help the brothers get jobs overseas. That's what I want to see, brothers helping each other out. Let me bring in Mr. Blackchain. Hey, Blackchain, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing great, guys. Can you hear me well?
Loud and clear, brother, loud and clear. Welcome, Blackchain.
Thank you. First of all, bro, you're doing a great job, man. I've been low-key following you for like a little while, and I see the growth. It's fantastic.
Thank you, bro.
You're welcome. I have a few brothers that I'm associated with, and they're always coming to me asking me like, what path should they take in order to make money, live a good life, and get out of the hood, so to speak. And this IT that I've been following the chats for a little while seems to be a good path for them. How should I explain to them to get started?
I would say refer them into IP's group and get them into IP's channel, IP group, and then we can start talking to them. But it's, for the most part, it's, for one way or another, it's an uphill battle because they're not going to think they can do it. So they're going to think, for example, I'm a black man, I can't, this is how I thought. I'm a black man, I can't do IT. And that's where it's going to stop. So if you talk to them about it, and you're talking about IT, this is a possibility, this is a great possibility, they might say one thing with their head, but they're going to think another and do something else different. So they actually need to come into a group of us who are doing this, and seeing people like Joe, seeing like people like Big Mac, and they're like, hey, okay, maybe this is possible. Then maybe they start doing a course. Then the magic happens.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, great. How do I get them in the group?
Let me post my link.
Yeah.
I just joined the stream not too long ago. So if you went over this before, I didn't get it.
I was gonna make a crazy joke, but then it's IP script, so okay, I'll be quiet.
So, brother, they've got to join the Patreon.
Okay.
brother, to get in the Facebook group. The reason why I do so is because I need to filter out trolls, and trolls, they don't pay, for valuable things. So there's a link to my Patreon, and then when they're on the Patreon, I'll then add them to my Facebook group. The Patreon is super cheap. It's not some extortionate 1,000 grand live stream
Okay, great.
way for me to filter out trolls.
Okay.
Mr. Blockchain, are you in IT as well?
No, I'm a day trader. If I wasn't day trading, I'd be on this. But
yeah, because my experience is that the best way to teach people is that to show them where you're in, even in day trading. Like that would be great ways to make remote money. I don't say that for everyone, but like showing people there are ways to get out of a bad situation by showing them how you live in will make tons of change. Like you wouldn't even know. And that's my 2 cents.
Okay.
yeah, they come to me because they see.
Thank you, Dr. Khan. Shout.
Yeah, they come to me because they see my success. But day trading is such a high washout rate that I wouldn't really recommend it.
It's not easy. Yeah,
Yeah,
day trading is tough.
yeah.
Unless you have like a course that shows you how to do it, in real time. It's not something I recommend. It's very complex, and you have to sell at the right time. You got to do your research.
Well, it's definitely.
You got to look for small cap companies when it will actually blow. It's hard, bro. Go on.
Yeah, the greatest
Excuse me?
challenge that I've found in doing it over the past 10 years is it's really like a mental game. It's like
Okay,
if
bro.
you don't have.
So blockchain.
Mhm.
Here's what we do. Reach out to me on IG, right? If you want to promote, day trading to brothers, I'm happy to do a stream with you, get you on here. Maybe we'll do it sometime in the next few weeks. But obviously, this is an IT stream, so we make sure we're on topic. Okay, brother?
Got you.
Thank you.
I'll have my people reach out to you on your Patreon.
Patreon. Thank
Thanks
you,
a lot.
brother. I appreciate you, Blockchain. Thank you, bro.
All right, brother.
And
Take care.
let me know who they are, please, so I can find them on the Patreon, so their names. So IG, reach out to me on IG, brother, and then let me know the names of the brothers, and I can find them on Patreon, send them my Facebook group, get them in, and let's get it popping, yeah?
Definitely. Once they get on, they'll chat it up. So they aren't shy. So we got you. Thanks a lot, brothers.
Thank you, Blockchain. Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate
Shout out to NTech1 for the second super chat tonight. See, that's the support right there that I love, man. I love the support. Thank you, bro, for the support, NTech1. Someone's got background noise. Let me mute their blockchain. He says here, after BS in IT management, would it be a good idea to get a MS in data analytics or IT management? Both degree path come with certs. I have my own opinion on that, but you can speak on that first, Theo.
What do you want to do? This is why I say, what's your heart? You choose that. I don't know. It's like saying, okay, well, after the Japanese girl, should I date the Colombian or the Brazilian? I don't know. What do you want?
Do you know what?
Go IP. Go ahead, IP. I can't answer those kind of questions because I don't know what you want to do.
Personally, from what I've seen, brother, again, that's a personal choice, man. But when it comes to what's making money out of both of them, data is big from what I've seen. Big data. Everyone's obsessing over it. How do we pass this data? How do we use this data to find trends? Who's buying what? And how do we promote that data, in an advertising space? And IT brothers are making big money when it comes to data. I can go a lot more in depth into it, but this isn't the stream for it. So reach out to me directly, NTech1. I'm seeing brothers. I spoke to a brother 5 months ago. He knew a friend working in Netflix, and a woman, was earning 300K a year working in data. Big money, bro. So I know a lot about it. I work with people in this space about data. They're caking, bro. They're caking heavy. So reach out to me, NTech1, via the Patreon, and let's get it popping, man. My Patreon link is there. Let's have that one-to-one IT consultation call. I can definitely help you mold where you should go career-wise. But then again, it's a personal choice, man. If you want to be a manager, completely separate thing. Completely separate. So I'm talking about Six Sigma certs, potentially CISSP, if you want to do the security management. So it's a personal choice there, NTech1. I can't answer that for you. Thank you, brother. NTech1 says here, $2 super chat. I am not into coding, but any other tech job. Theo, do you want to answer that, bro?
You don't have to do coding. You can do. I rarely do coding at work. So I mean, for the most part, you can do all of your architecture, security architecture, databases. You can do quite a lot in IT without coding. Coding is usually for application development. So, yeah, I mean, you might have to write a little script here and there, but I want to say, for like 20 years, I didn't even write a script once. So, yeah, plenty of jobs.
But if you're not into coding, brother, understand that coding does pay a lot of money. You know, some fields do pay a lot of money. So, and and data analytics, there's a part of coding in data analytics, especially if you want that big money, bro. So again, it's a personal choice for you, NTech1. I can't make that decision for you. I can only throw ideas at you, and it's what you like. It's what your heart wants, brother. The heart wants what the heart wants. Titanic. Oh man, thank you, NTech1. Appreciate you, bro. Awesome. All right, so brothers, call in, man. What was that, Doctor?
I was about to say ditto on the data analytics stuff, because that is ginormous. I even teaching my dad to move into this. He's in IT as well. He's been in it for years, but I also taught him the ways of data. He's teaching himself Python and SQL, and like I'm hoping he gets the gigantic bucks. He already getting big bucks now, but I want him to get enormous bucks, and that's also a niche I'm looking into as well.
Awesome. Thank you, Doctor. Yeah. I told you 400K on Netflix. Big money. Ooh. Imagine earning that, brothers. That's around 50K a month. I'm joking. That's bad math. That's around 15K or 20K a month. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Man. 50K a month is 600,000. Yeah, that's normal.
Oh, what? That's normal? What? Who's earning that, bro? Damn. Who's earning 600K a year? 50K a month.
I'm 750 minimum per year right now.
Oh,
yeah.
That's my bro Theo, man. Oh, lovely seeing black men making that money. I repeat, I loved seeing black men. All right, straight black men, straight conservative black men making that money. Okay, I want to see all the black men on this platform, on my channel, get that money in the near future, man. You know, I want to see black men happy, joyful, with their beautiful, banging foreign chick, making that big money and smiling in the beach, man. And it's possible. Let's get to it. Let's get that goal. We got 3 more months, brothers. 3 more months to actually pick up a book and study. Do something. Learn a language. Do an IT course. Do something, or even travel. You got 3 more months to achieve a goal, man. All right. Let me bring in Mr. Mitch Jackson. Look at that, brothers, man. Look at that. Shout out to Mitch Jackson for the $50 super chat. That's love right there, man. That's love, baby. That's love, baby. You know, thank you, bro, for the kind words and for the kind donation, brother. It means a lot to me, man. My heart is, is pumping right now, man. Hard work is finally getting appreciated. Thank you, bro. What do you suggest, IT degree or certs, for a guy that is going to retire from government job but wants to do IT overseas and retiring from Homeland Security? Theo, you're up next, brother.
Okay, so if you're in Homeland Security, you need to get certs in IT security as fast as you can, because it's going to assume that you already were doing that while you're at Homeland Security. and you'll have a huge payday in the civilian market, in the non-government market. So basically, what you want to do is start studying a platform. You could take my course, join the course at some point, but specialize in security as fast as you can, and then get a job in a bank or insurance. You could easily start at 150,000. Like, that would be low, given that you did Homeland Security.
Thank you for that, Mitch. And Mitch, we can actually have that consultation if you join the Patreon. I do know a bit about security and, of course, other bits of IT. And Theo is right. Security in government is big. I know what certs they want. SANS, Security Plus. It's big. Particularly in America, UK here and there, yes. But security is going to be very big in the future. And if you combine security and cloud, you should be a millionaire within 10 years. Maybe shorter if you're on Theo's, if you're a genius like Theo. Okay. Awesome. Thank you, Mitch Jackson. Shout out to Mr. Clean Jewelry for the £1.80 cash app. Thank you, bro. He says DevOps versus cybersec. Also, is IC too good? That's a question for you first, Theo. I'm gonna give my thoughts after you, bro.
This is from King Chris, right?
Yes. Clean Jewelry. Yes.
Okay. I want my students to answer that. I think they would know very well what my answer would be. So, Joe or Big Mac, what do you think about that?
So what?
He's getting an entry. He wants to know entry-level tech job, but he wants to get a cert, but pays well, but he'll do it less than a year.
But he wants it. He wants either DevOps or cybersec. And he's also asking, is ICS too good?
Yeah, it's definitely possible to do it in under a year. I did it under a year. Other students have as well. It depends on how many hours per day you want to put to studying.
Yes.
Okay. What about you, Big Mac? What's your thoughts, brother?
Yes, definitely the amount of time you're going to study. The students who are up against the wall have done it in way less than a year. I mean, they're up against the wall. We're talking months, about a 6-month pace, right? Right there or less, 6 months.
Yeah.
And they're up against the wall. So like the brother just said, it depends on what you're going to study. So in any cloud, like I'm in AWS cloud. So it was the CCP to get me familiarized with cloud technology, what cloud is, what cloud computing is. And then I went on to get the solutions architect associate. So if you were to get one of the associate levels, right? And, you can definitely go with an associate level cert or a professional level cert. It's just a matter of applying, studying, and using auxiliary information to supplement what you don't know. I would say, looking back, I would have also gotten one of the specialty certs. Like I started working on advanced networking specialty. I would have completed that in the 6 months. The security cert in each cloud you're going to work in. So whatever cloud you're going to work in, go for a certification, look at the security and the networking in each cloud you're going to work with. And that makes you very, very, very appetizing. I mean, the solution architect on my resume on the LinkedIn made me very, you get a lot of attention. And then they went to this,
Thank you, Big Mac. And Big Mac, feel free to stay if you want to, or drop off. It's up to you, brother. You're a free man, brother, so you can do anything you want, brother. But we'd love to be free to stay and contribute if you can, brother. So let me ask the question to Clean Jewelry. He says DevOps or cybersec, and is IC too good? So I'm going to give you something better, brother. What about sec DevOps? Okay, that is DevOps with security that will earn you big money. If you're all about money, brother, I would suggest sec, so security DevOps. DevOps, in my opinion, Theo disagrees. But
you're saying it the old way. We say We changed it to DevSecOps.
Okay. DevSecOps.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But that's the way it was said before. It was SecDevOps.
So
you're right. Yeah.
So DevOps pays more than CyberSec, from what I know and who I've spoken to in real life. So if you're about money, go for DevOps. But for even better, DevSecOps for the big money, big bucks. Is IC2? Is ICS? Is ISC2 good? If I'm not mistaken, ISC2 is what gives the CISP, so CISSP certification. Theo has that, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
If you have that cert, bro, with DevSecOps, you can command 500K, yeah? If you're serious, damn, even more?
Yeah, it depends on what you're doing, but let's just say this, one of the jobs I just signed for, CISSP was a requirement. They don't actually interview anybody without it, and that's a very common point that you see if you're working in hardcore security. They're like, "Do you have it? Yes or no?" So it's good to have it. One of the things that was good, I have a very low. They give you a number if you pass. So my number is very low, so I get bragging rights. So the guy who just hired me for a certain position, he was like, "I can't believe your number is lower than mine. My number is really low, but yours is even lower." I was like, "That's right. I've got a good number." So yeah, it's a hard certification. I'm thinking about teaching it next year, but yeah, it's definitely worth it.
It is worth it. I think when you get that cert, you should not be allowing any job to offer you less than 200K. I know someone that has a CISP in the UK, he's earning big money. Doesn't take anything less than 150K in pounds. Yeah. So convert that to American dollars, that's around 180K dollars. You can't go wrong with the CISP, bro. But you need 5 years experience, but there's a way around it. The CISP Light or something like that, if I'm not mistaken, bro.
No. Okay, this is what you do. My students ask about this all the time. First, they don't audit everybody, so just pass it. There's a possibility they're not going to come and audit you. So, boom, you got it. You don't have to prove anything. Thank you for the start. If you do have it, basically, you need to have another CISSP vouch for you. So if you know of someone, maybe me, somebody else, I go and do your vouch for you, then you're in. If you don't have anybody to vouch for you and you have to then do real experience, like you have to do it hard with the company, then you're screwed over. So make sure you have a network of other CISPs that you know. Take them out to dinner, buy them a few pints. They'll vouch for you. You're good.
Awesome. Thank you, bro. I hope that answers your question, Clean Jewelry. Big Mac Fisher, hold on, brother. Let me read the super chats and I'll come to you after. So, brothers, make sure you cop the merch. Get your IP hoodie. It's going to be winter, so wear the hoodie while you're hugging your beautiful snow buddy from Ukraine, okay? Hoodie for snow buddy from Ukraine to keep her warm, okay? So cop the merch, man. The hoodie is very popular with brothers. And when you travel, I want to see you brothers wearing the hoodie, okay? When I travel next, I'm gonna be wearing my merch, man, and see the reactions. I wore it already, and people are looking at me. What's international passport? Why is he saying foreign women over Western women? You find out soon. So get your merch, brothers. Awesome. And shout out to all the beautiful snow bunnies out there in Europe and Eastern Europe. Shout out to King Chris for the $5 super chat. Hello, what entry-level tech job would you recommend where you can get a cert in less than a year, pay as well, and be able to work abroad? AWS, bro. CCP, right? Theo?
No, that's again, another thing to my students. Okay, look, this is my point that I'll come in here and say. If you're going to do IT, you can't really be thinking about minimal. What you're basically saying is, what is the minimum cert that I have to do in the least amount of time to get the maximum benefit? And that's not life. That's not the way you're going to do things. What you need to think is, how can I specialize in an area? How can I know more than anybody else in that area and get as many certifications as I can? And then while being a specialist in that area and being the man, how can I work abroad? That's a professional way of doing things. So I want you to have that mindset. All right? That's just a big thing. I want you to have that mindset. So what you need to do is, if you want to do AWS, cool. If you want to do Azure, cool. No, GCP, cool. There's plenty of jobs in all of those areas. But you need to get the cert and get some experience and then figure out how to go abroad. You can join my class. I can talk to you about this, but this isn't, you're not going to do minimal. I guarantee you, because if you do, I give my students horror stories. What you're going to do is you're going to try to do the minimal but get maximum result. You're going to be banging some chick in another country. You're going to be thinking that you're the man, and then you're going to get fired while you're there. And you're going to have to return back to your country in shame. And you're going to have maybe 2 more weeks of work, 2 more weeks of paychecks coming in, and then you're going to have no money, and you have to tell Maria or some chick that you were the man and now you got 0. And that's not the way you do it. You don't. You need to make yourself solid first. So join my class and I'll change your mindset and get you going someplace.
Awesome. And feels the next time Phil is taking students is next year in June 2023, if I'm not mistaken, Phil.
Yeah, I'm thinking about different things with this, because there was so much crap with the Manosphere today, the Black Manosphere. I couldn't believe what was going on. So
what? Your personal meeting, I'm guessing?
No, just other people talking crap.
Okay.
So I'm thinking about decoupling from the Manosphere meetup. So if I decouple from it, then I would accept students almost any time. But I could, for example, I can accept them in April or new students in March. So I have to think about how this is going to go. It's just, I'm just, again, it's a lot of thought, a lot of crap happened today.
Oh, so it might not happen, the Manosphere meetup in 2023? It could not happen.
I don't know.
Okay.
But because I'm using it as a vehicle to actually recruit new students, right? But from what I'm seeing is that I can recruit students without the meetup. And that's because the big strength in the Manosphere is the Passport Bros. So the Passport Bros are their own force, and most of the new students that I'm getting are either through you, IP, your channel, or Austin Holloman. So if I appear on each one of them, I get quite a number. So why do I need a meetup? So I'm having to think about this very seriously. If I do a meetup, it might be something much more low key, much cheaper. We just get together. I get you into a hotel conference room. We do the beginning configuration, beginning work, do a few presentations, and then we go out to dinner. Next day, take an airplane flight back home.
Keep me updated on that, Theo, please.
Yep.
That'd be fantastic. Thank you, brother. Thank you, King Chris. Appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Mr. Ntech1 for the $2 super chat. Dang, Theo is a beast in army, can't apply for jobs. What does that mean, Ntech1? Dang, Theo is a beast. Oh, so he's in the army. He can't apply for jobs right now. Sorry about that, brother. Hopefully you leave the army soon, and then you come to the private sector to get paid well. I don't know how it is in America, but if you're in the public sector in the UK, they don't really pay well. You go private to get good money. So hopefully leave the public sector, brother, and you can start applying for jobs.
This is why I'm glad I'm in the reserves.
So thank you for that, Ntech1. Appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Mr. Kevin McMillan for the $20 super chat. Look at that. Thank you, bro, for the support. Much appreciation to you. I work for government. I have my TS/SCI. Not sure what that is.
He has security clearance. He has a high-level security clearance.
I see. Okay. I am in IT, but ready to take my career to the next level. Yes, please, brother. Whatever you need, the Patreon is there to join and have a one-to-one IT consultation with me. Break down what search you have, etc. I can definitely help you with that. And of course, Theo is there. I can get you in the Facebook group through the Patreon to get Theo's advice further. Okay. Thank you, Kevin McMillan. Appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Mr. Turnbull AC for the $10 super chat. Thank you, bro, for the for the support and donation, Mr. Turnbull AC. Much love to you, brother. It means a lot to me. He says here, what can you do in SW engineering? I know that word. I know SW. It's not coming to my mind right now. To command $500,000 a year
Software.
plus. Software, yes.
Software engineering.
Yep. Or D's salary only for network security. Are you seeing software consultants doing this? Go on, Theo.
Yeah, you can. You just have to know security architecture really well and application architecture extremely well. So we're talking about years of experience. You're talking about specialization. So it's something you need to choose a language, which language you want to do, what kind of architecture you want to do, ask around. And it's not just network security. If there's big data, you can get that kind of money in. You can get analytics. You can get it in, networking databases. It matters how you specialize. One of the big benefits of the Western world is the specialization track. People in the West and capitalism specialize. It's what makes them stronger. So you just need to figure out, how do you want to specialize? You can do anything. You can do specialization and make huge money.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Mr. Turnbull AC, for the support. Appreciate you, bro. And thank you for that, Theo. So I think the brother, Mr. Big Mac Fisher, had a question. Go on, Big Mac.
Sure.
I wanted to know if it's I didn't want to put it out there, IP, the question in the chat. Theo, can you see that question in the chat there?
I got it.
Is it okay to mention?
No.
Gotcha.
Okay.
No. So let's just say this.
Yeah.
You rarely say that you've got five chicas. You're spinning 4 plates. What you usually say is, I just got this one woman and she's great, but it's multiple women. So you usually don't say it. I'm hesitant to say it, especially in public. You know, me in class, I say whatever the hell I want. But in real life, you usually don't. You just want to appear and act like everybody else.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yep. Thank you for that, Big Mac Fisher and Theo. Thank you, brothers. 5-5, can you turn your camera on in the background so I know you're not a troll as a security vetting procedure? I've got to see that you actually are a brother. I can't see you, bro. It's all blacked out like the Black Album by Jay-Z. Yes, you're good, brother. Thank you, brother. Turn your camera off. Let me bring in Mr. 5-5. Awesome. Hey, 5-5, how you doing, brother?
Doing good. First time on. How are y'all?
Can y'all hear him?
Yeah, I can hear him. Yep.
Yeah, it's my AOL internet. Apologies, brothers. All right, do you have any questions for our guests? 5-5.
All right, can you hear me now?
I can hear you loud and clear, brother.
Okay. First time on. Thank you for having me. Mine's very specific. I am projected to graduate my MBA a couple months from now. And I am looking to pivot into IT project management specifically because I tend to find myself more talented in setting timelines, putting things where they need to be, et cetera, et cetera. I do already know about some certs. I have some of them like Scrum Master and Lean Six, and I'm trying to get PMP and Product Owner, I believe it is. But is there any other additional tips? I did sit down with Microsoft. They were saying, people who are actually got hired from Microsoft work remote. They're saying things like Azure and things like that. But like anything else, I'm just trying to get an edge any way I can.
Okay, so there's a Certified Security Project Manager, CSMP. So after you get the PMP, you need to get the CSPM, and you actually need to get a cert in something, like if you do technical, like get at least one cloud cert. It can be an entry-level one because you're just doing project management. So you can do Azure 104, Basics, GCP, or for AWS, get CCP. Once you get that, then they know that you can do something. You're professional. You're talking more about money, right? So how to leverage the cash flow or the budget to meet the product. To meet release deadlines. That's your main job is. Once you get that, yeah, you can do quite a lot. You can easily get $150,000 to $200,000 a year, but you're going to have to specialize yourself, because then you can call people out and call people out on their BS while they're actually working. So just so you know, in all my jobs that I do, I'm usually very close to my PM, and I obey the PM more than I obey anybody else, because they are usually in charge of the Scrum Master, like the Scrum Board version 1. And so I have to make sure I get everything done. And if I get everything done, the PM looks good and I look good and I have job security. The big thing.
Let me ask this 5-5. You're doing an MBA. Congratulations to you. If you don't mind me asking, how do you fund it? Because in the UK, MBAs are pretty expensive. Your company either pays for it or you pay for it out of your pocket. How are you paying for it in America? How does it work there? Is your company paying for it, or are you paying it by yourself, or scholarship? Tell us, brother, if you want to.
I'm an Air Force veteran. I have the GI Bill.
Oh, thank you for your service. Good job.
What do you say? Army?
Air Force.
Air Force.
Air Force. All right, congratulations, bro. Awesome. So in the Air Force, they pay it for you, I'm guessing?
I specialized in education in the Air Force. I knew the AFEC back and forth. I have my CCAF, excuse me. Had it faster, highest the GPA and everything. And what I took a special pride in was basically getting vets their benefits and transitioning it from one to the other. Like, for example, if you use up your GI Bill and have about, I believe it's less than 6 months left, you could actually do one of three things with it, including go for a scholarship. I forget the name of it, but it basically gives you either $30,000 or an extra 9 months in benefits, whichever one I believe is more beneficial to you. To specialize in STEM and IT project management. I looked at the whole list. IT project management is one of the things on there. So I might even go back and get an AA or another BS if it makes me more marketable. And I just kind of did that whole track. So, but in terms of actual payment for the for school, what they do is they have a dollar limit. If your school program costs more than that dollar limit, there's this thing called yellow ribbon. And if you have enough to qualify for yellow ribbon, then half the VA, half the school will bridge that gap and you still pay nothing.
Wow, beautiful, brother. Hopefully you smash your MBA with a 5.0 GPA if that's possible, and get the top jobs. Appreciate you, 5-5.
Thank you for having me on. Thank you all.
No problem, brother. So if you have any questions at all and you can't call in, you must cash app and super chat your questions, okay? Rules of the channel, please do so. Great live stream so far. I'm going to hang on for half an hour more. It's a Monday morning over here in the UK. So obviously I work in the morning and I need to get some beautiful sleep. So half an hour more, I can go on for that. Fantastic. Anyone in our guest panel have any more questions at all about IT to our guest Joe? So Dr. Khan, Big Mac, blockchain, regular data.
Yes, I have a few questions.
Okay.
Well, one thing for at least with as far as IT goes, another for DO. First and foremost, I'm looking. Well, I'm myself into software engineering, coding, things of that nature, and I also want to be in cloud. So is DevOps the best option?
Which cloud do you work with?
Well, I'm going to work with both Azure and AWS, so I'm going to side with AWS for right now, since that's the big thing. I have Azure on the back pocket eventually, but AWS is the top spot for me learning as far as cloud goes.
Okay, so you're talking about you want to do DevOps then, right?
Yeah.
You're going to have to do DevOps in both environments. So you might as well just learn both. Yeah, you're not going to get away from it.
No, I'm not ever going to get away from it, since like I said, my company's going to be doing Azure anyway, so I might as well do both. So yeah.
Yeah.
And as far as
just do both.
And as far as for you, Theo, You know what? I'm gonna save that for another time. But as far as IT goes, do you recommend two jobs for the job? Because that's my current situation. And how did you were able to do multiple jobs from your perspective in IT?
It's really not hard to do. So I got the idea originally when I was in Japan. I was working at a company, and they said you should be able to handle 3 projects billing 40 hours a week each. And I was like, how the hell? Well, they told me how to do it. And after that, I was like, I could work multiple companies. That was just obvious. So it's not hard to do. It's like dating 2 women at the same time. It really is. It's really not that hard.
Yeah, I say from experience, I
All right, Dr.
have
Khan,
been doing.
we're gonna move.
Oh, sorry.
We're gonna move on from this topic. I think we mentioned that in a separate time. Come on, bro. We're not gonna speak on that anymore, okay? So new question, bro. Come on, and you knew that already, brother. So why did you ask the question like that? Because Kelly mentioned that we're not gonna obviously discuss it too much in detail. Come on, bro. Like we gotta have that transparency, okay? So please follow the rules, and if you're not going to speak on something, don't speak on it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Awesome. Any more questions apart from that topic? We're not going to touch upon that anymore.
IP, I got a question about your Python class.
Yes, fantastic.
Okay, it started. You said the first week of November.
Second week of November, it will be starting.
Okay, and then are you going to be teaching like specific what do you call it, implementations in IT or just Python in general?
I'm going to be teaching Python in general, so beginners Python class. Then I'll be teaching intermediate next year, and then I'll be teaching specialties next year. So API stuff, API integration, installing packages and softwares, etc., etc. So that'll be middle of next year. But I'm starting really slow with Python, just so brothers don't get confused by it. And then be beginners first. Should take us 3 months, end of this year. I want to get brothers doing something. You know, I'm finding that brothers are talking the talk, but not actually walking the walk. So hopefully they can walk the walk with me, see how things are done, how to install an IDE. It could be PyCharm, it could be something else, and then we'll go on from there. So it'll be a beginner's class to Python. Then we push on further with intermediate next year.
Okay, is this going to be one class per week?
One class per week, yes. It will not clash with Theo's classes. So it'll probably be sometime in the weekday after work, which is better, you know. So after work, you have that work mentality, and then it should be Eastern time zone. But I try and find a time that suits everybody. Awesome. Thank you, Regular Data. So brothers, if you want to join that Python class, make sure you join the Patreon Diamond tier. And let me know when you join. Message me, hey IP, I'm here for the class. You're not here for the woman and the Japanese intro I'm dropping tomorrow, 2 hours, 30 minutes on Japanese woman. So let me know, okay? Awesome. Yeah, so this video, I'm actually dropping, I did an interview with a brother who lives in Japan for, I think, 2-3 years, 2 hours, 30 minutes. What he told me, Theo, was a movie. I was like, these Japanese girls, they are some freaks. When you actually, you know, have them as your girlfriend and you actually get into their mindset, Lord, they're pleasing their men beautifully. 2 hours, 30 minutes on the real Japan. It will never be on the channel. It's too explicit. It's too X-rated. It will only be on the Patreon. I'm dropping it tomorrow on Monday. It's gonna shock a lot of you people, man. They're about it, Japanese chicks, and that's why Theo loves them so much. I see why, man.
I'll aim for more than that, but let's just say I have very amazing and erotic stories in parks that I'll never say, like just totally quiet. But I've done some. I'm like, wow. I'll look back at like 27. You did some really weird stuff in the park, man. That was. What did you do, Theodore? Like, what was going on? So yeah, it's yeah. I just what you heard is actually very correct. Yeah, I'll just be quiet. That's it.
Yeah, very, very explicit. You know, we're talking about things that, you know, you will not hear from anyone on the channel because it's too explicit. So if you want to hear that, the real Japan uncut, director's cut, I'm gonna call it director's cut of Japan. All right, join the Patreon Diamond tier. Tomorrow I'll be dropping it tomorrow on Monday. 2 hours, 30 minutes of hardcore intel on the real Japanese woman and Japanese culture in general. Shout out to Mr. Suo 1987 for the $4.99 super chat. Late to the stream, not sure if I missed this, but if you get certifications without the specific work experience, how'd you get the first job in AWS? Great question for you to answer, Theo.
Hold on. Well, how about you, Joe? You got something you can answer. Yeah, go ahead, Joe.
All right.
I mean, you got, yeah.
So getting certifications without experience, you already have work experience. It's just not tailored to AWS yet. You just have to tailor what your experience doing labs from the course, any practice you've done, but using your already existing previous work experience on your resume. So.
Okay, yep. Awesome. Hopefully I answered your question, Mr. Suo987. Joe is working his first AWS job straight from passing his exam. So if you can do it, you can do it, Suo1987. So hopefully I answered your question. You want to answer that, Theo?
No, I agree. I want these guys to answer it. I mean, that's entirely correct. I'm sure Big Mac can probably answer. You might have an opinion about that too. If you're still there, go ahead and you can answer it. But yeah, I'll just say this: Suo in 1987. It's not hard to do. You can do it.
Big Mac, you want to answer that as well?
Yes, I don't think it differs from what Joe said. It is, we all have the real world. We have experience. We have to take our new skill set and apply it to what we're doing. So, you're going to build on your work experience, develop the skills, and when you write up your resume, you're going to tell the story of how these new skills you've learned, you've applied to your current employment. So, yeah, like I work for a city organization, and it's a great backstory. It's a wonderful backstory, and it gets a lot of attention.
So let's just say this. In the class, you take my class, I will specifically tell you how to tailor this. In fact, I will give you the narrative that you need. But you shouldn't be thinking about this at this point, because that's a failure mentality. What you need to be thinking is, how can you pass the cert? That's it. That's your first step. Just take the first step. How can you pass it? Pass it, and then we talk from there.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Great super chat, Tetsuo. Thank you, Theo, Joe, and Big Mac Fisher. Shout out to Joe himself. He says, Japanese woman, the Snyder cut. It's Japanese woman, the IP cut, bro. I was up in there, the camera angles, the zoom in, the zoom out. I had that wide scope of Japanese woman. So the IP cut, bro. Thank you there, Joe International. Shout out to Mr. KW Leeds America for the €5 super chat. He's out there in Europe. He's out there in Germany, I'm guessing. What's up, bro? He says, picture this: 5'9", blonde, blue eyes, half Romanian, half Hungarian, speaks 6 languages, slim with a nice bubble. Man, I love Berlin. Oh, brother, you're making me miss my trip to Germany, bro. Oh my goodness, I miss Germany. I miss Germany. I miss Germany. No. I miss Germany, man. So, brothers, are they checking for brothers out there in Berlin? KW lives in America. Do you want to confirm my intel and my experience? Because from my experience, they love me out there, bro. So if they love me, they should love you too, KW. So it looks like you got a dime on your hand. Don't go too crazy there, brother. I don't want to hear you having 5 babies over the course of 2 months, and now you're a baby daddy to 5 women. Okay, so take it easy, bro. I appreciate you, KW. Much love to you, brother. Awesome. Classic. So, brothers, 15 more minutes. Call in, cash out, super chat your questions. This is the time right now, man. We got the chosen one, Mr. Theo Waff. you know. So, you know, he doesn't come here too often, you know. So now's the time to gain some of his expertise. Okay, awesome. This is great, man. This is a dream to me, man. Many
Yeah,
years ago, I want go on, Theo.
I want to say some points about IT. Working abroad is actually very good. It's a very great experience, and they're not going to be looking down on you for being black. A lot of times, they're just going to think that you are an American or a Brit, and that you know everything about IT, and they're going to sit back and take your lead. So it's amazing just how easy it is, and then you're going to look back and think like, why were you ever in the Western world? And it's really messed up because again, I just shared some links on one of my groups. You know, it's like the women are messed up. The women make dating entirely difficult, and then the companies come in and say you have to have 2 years of experience, and you have to have all this other stuff, and so you can't really break into either one, and it's just dehumanizing and horrible. Whereas if you go abroad, they're like, oh, okay, you got a cert, and we know you don't know anything. Cool, we're going to deal with you from where you are right now, and that's what they do. And you showed up, and they take you from there. And the same way for dating, they're like, okay, you don't speak the language fluently, but you have khakis on. You've got a business card. You've got a smile. All right, I'll go on a first date with you. And you're like, wow, it's like so easy. Like everything's working. That's because the Western world, particularly America and the UK, are both dysfunctional.
Yeah.
So
that's facts.
You leave and you're like, this is wonderful. This is the way it's supposed to be. Like I was born in hell. Like, why did I stay there? That's why I keep on pushing a lot of students to go. I'm like, get out, go do it. You know, and that's really my point. Like, get on the airplane and get the job and go to another country. You'll be fine.
Awesome. Yes, indeed. Thank you very much, Theo. And special announcement, brothers. Next week is Germany week. Okay, so I'll be breaking down my personal full experience. It'll be a stream about me and my experience in Germany. And I'm also going to get another brother currently living in Germany to break down his experience in Germany so far. So back-to-back Germany streams next week. Do not miss it. I'm going to give you, brothers, the 40, right? The whole 9 yards about how they treated me as a brother in Germany and how they treated my other brother who's currently living in Germany right now. Okay, so 2 back-to-back streams, Germany week next week. Do not miss it. Groundbreaking intel. Brothers, I will never let you brothers down, man. I will never, ever let you brothers down. You know, and, you know, over the past weeks, Theo, when I dropped those interviews of me interviewing beautiful German women one-to-one, all the haters kept quiet. All the haters, they scattered like fleas, like ants.
Mm-hmm.
They saw me out there in the field, cold approaching women. Did you see me cold approach those girls outside the club? You know?
Yeah, you look great. You look great. Yeah, look great. Yeah.
You know? So what I'm speaking about, brothers, is real life. I'm not capping. I'm not telling you no dreams. I'm living the life I'm talking about. I cold approach when I go abroad. I get beautiful women. And trust me, I was dealing with dimes out there in Germany. If you can do it, if I can do it, you can do it, man. You can do it. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Shout out to Obama. Awesome, man. Damn, you know, there you go, brothers. So, Asgard. My man said Asgard, man.
He said, where do you find Thor's class? I had to answer that. I said Asgard. I mean, where else are you going to find this? It's an Asgard. I mean, you know, I had to do that. It just, yeah.
Theo got jokes, huh? Theo got jokes. Yeah. This is wonderful.
Me being a punk. What can I say?
Man, yeah, this coming week is I'm interviewing a couple this week as well. I told you, but I got the gems for you. I'm interviewing a couple this coming week. Hopefully it's still on the cards, but we've agreed and it's going to go ahead. And we got the Germany streams back to back. and I may post 1 or 2 small clips. Very true. And make sure you subscribe and follow my new YouTube channel. So International Passport Clips. Where's my mods at, man? Everyone, they're sleeping. Where's Thomas Demihan and John Thomas? So if you type in international passport clips, let me provide the link real quick, brothers. So here's my new channel. Make sure you subscribe to it. You watched my first video. I was walking around Germany, Hamburg, and in the Portuguese Brazilian neighborhood. Okay, and yep. So you're gonna see me interview a brother, and then great interview. So shout out to KW Lives America for the €2 super chat. With a 6'2" Swedish girl here, I might be a dad. 6'2"? Oh my gosh. If
she's 6'2", if she's 6'2", she might eat you. Be careful. she could chase you. Anyway,
man.
I'll be quiet.
This is crazy, man. Hey, Berlin's a movie. Been there myself, and I had a great time, man. And KW's Kelly having a great time. KW, when you come back, come on the channel, and of course, the Patreon's there for you to tell the true German woman there. Okay, they are freaks. I know that for a fact. Shout out KW. Shout out to Kim Wade for the $5 super chat. Thank you, bro. Love for my STEM black brothers. Yes, indeed, man. Thank you, bro. Salute to you too. STEM, we're gonna infiltrate it. We're gonna take it over. We're gonna make it ours, man. We need to be on that table. In that right field, we need to be on that table, black men, and we also need to run that table too and make decisions too. Black men, we gotta stop being ignored, man. I want that cake too. I want that candy too.
We gotta control it, but also make the pipeline for our legacy to be going and doing what we're doing. So I think we're breaking the foundation, what's necessary to do. We're doing a lot of hard work, but I know guys here who have kids. We want the kids to be able to go and do IT work. We want to be able to pass down to them what we're doing so that they can make it easier. And I'll be making a kid eventually, so I want to be able to do the same thing. Won't be with a 6'2" woman. I'll be with a 5'6" blonde from Ukraine, probably. Right. So that's the way that's going to go down. All I can say is we want to own the table, but we want to own the operations and then pass it down, make sure it goes through generations, and not have it be removed from us. And we definitely don't want Keisha involved at all. Sorry, not sorry. Not ain't gonna happen. Maria, Junko, those Darina, they can go do this, but not Keisha. She's not accepted.
That I definitely agree with that, bro. No Shaniqua, no Keisha, no Shaquana, none of those crazy names up in our space. We're good, bro.
Goodness, their names. I don't know how they get those names. I'm like, can't you just do a normal name in English? It's English language. Can't you just be named Betty or Cindy or something? No, it be named something that makes no linguistical sense and all in either English or Old English. Shakespeare would be blah. So why are you talking that crap? Be quiet.
Yes, indeed, man. So I'm looking forward to it, man. Next year is going to be a crazy year. I know that for a fact. You're going to see me traveling more. You're going to see me post receipts like you saw me in Germany. You're going to see me walking around cities, recording, asking people questions. I'm going to keep providing you that motivation to travel. All right? Awesome. So, bro, you got 7 more minutes to call in and super chat any questions before I end the stream. I could go longer, but it's a Sunday night in America. I know brothers have a very busy Monday morning ahead, so get that sleep, get that beauty sleep ASAP. All right, brothers, call in, man, or super chat your question. In the meantime, I'm going to go through each and every one for their last closing statement. Actually, I'll wait on that. So you got 7 minutes, brothers. All right, you got 24 seconds as well. I missed that. I missed that TV show. Jack Bauer, you got 24 seconds. Brothers might be too young for that. Brother, you might be too young for that. But 24 was a great show. I missed that.
Yeah, I agree. season 1 and 2 are great. The other seasons were like, you kind of pushed it too far. Yeah, season 1 and 2 are really awesome. Yeah, that's
They
true.
were classics, man.
Yep.
All right, brothers.
So,
Brothers in the panel, do you have any questions at all you want to throw out there to Joe or Theo before I go to each and everyone for a closing statement and we wait for a new caller or super chat for a question? I'm guessing no. Okay, no problem. 5 more minutes, brothers. The clock ticks. The clock ticks. It ticks until you call or cash up and super chat your question. So, Mr. Theo, travel plans for you, brother. What's happening this year? What's happening next year? I want to see you on the field, Theo, man. I want to see you on the field.
I'm currently living in Austin, Texas. I'm going to be leaving Austin, Texas. So the big question is, am I going to go to Charlotte, North Carolina, or am I going to go to Illinois?
Oh,
so there's a lot of negotiation about. Yeah, I gotta take off. It's too hot here, so I don't want to be here. In the summer, it's very horrible. So it's also too crowded. So I'm leaving. Just that Depeche Mode is going to be having a concert not far from me on April 2nd. So basically, the Depeche Mode, I love them. So I'm just waiting for that weekend. I'm going to stay here for that weekend, and then the next weekend I'm out. So that's my plan. So I'm going to Ukraine. I'm going to be going to Slovakia in April and the first week of May, and then I'll be making some decisions regarding some issues, what I'm doing with women over there. And then I will be flying to Rio, and I will be there and dealing with the Passport Bro Manosphere meetup in Rio. And I'll be there for a month, making sure everything is good. And then I'll be coming back to America at that point. Maybe having a Manosphere meetup, maybe you're not. I don't know. I don't know how that's going to go down right now. But at least the Passport Bro Manosphere meetup is going to be massive. So I'm going to be doing that. And then I will be going back either to Europe, or I will stay longer in Brazil. Probably going to go to Europe. I'll be bringing somebody from Europe to Brazil. And then chilling out with her for a few months, and then getting a visa for her, bring her to the United States. And that's probably pretty much my next year.
Okay. So the Passport Bro Manosphere meetup, that's definitely happening, but that's only in America.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's in Rio.
Rio, that's definitely happening. Okay.
Yeah. It's the American Manosphere meetup. If that's going to happen right now? This is where the big question is. So the crap that I saw today did not make me happy. And, I speak with my cash flow. So I'm going to definitely be thinking about that. The dates are going to be, you should land May 22nd and then leave June 4th. The events are going to be May 25th through June 3rd. If you're only going to come there for like a week or just one weekend, it's fine. But it'll be a lot of meeting with different people, with women, with different events. There'll also be people that are making documentaries. And they will be talking about your perspective about being a Passport Bro. And then also, if you are an IT, so an IT Passport Bro. So what it's like for you to work remotely. So they'll be asking, like, could you work remotely? Did you have a problem? Was it hard? What was your lifestyle? Those are the kind of questions they're going to be wanting to know. So pretty much what we're doing in class, they're going to want to interview about that and say, hey, are you happy or you're not? That's what they want to know.
Awesome. Fantastic. That's beautiful, man. Shame to see you leaving Austin, Texas. A big shame, brother. I thought you loved it there, but
I do, but it's just I was in Illinois 4 months this year. I just couldn't take the heat. Right now it's wonderful. It's a wonderful city. It's just I don't want to be here. So if I stay in Austin or if I stay in Texas, then I need to leave 4 months a year. So I don't want to in summer. I don't want to go to Brazil. I mean, I can. It's nice in Rio in that time, but I just prefer to have a Brazilian summer. So that means I need to leave.
Awesome. Thank you, bro. Thank you, Theo. Shout out to Mr. West for the $2 super chat. He says here, Theo, when will your next class be and where? As in America.
So I teach online, and I teach. You have to be in the group. So your big question is, when am I going to accept new students? Because you can't just walk in. So I'm gonna be right now. I'll be accepting new students in June 2023. Depending on how things go, I may move that up. So I'm thinking about this. It's one way or another. I really need to think about this. So I'll probably be in discussion with some people about what's best, but it's not going to be until next year. Just basic answer.
Awesome. Thank you, Theo. As for me as well, I'll be taking Python students until the first week of November. After that, no more for the rest of the year. And then we'll be doing a 3-month course, Python. After that, next year intermediate. It will not clash with Theo's classes. I will make sure it doesn't. So look out for that. I want to get you brothers doing something at least for the next 3 months of this year. You need to achieve something. You know, you got 3 more months left to achieve a goal that will at least, you know, give you a new skill and you can build up upon next year. Okay. So I thought, let me do a class on something that I know, Python. So I'm looking forward to that class. So if you join the Patreon Diamond tier, Wes, then DM me on Patreon. Hey, IP, I'm here for the Python class. I will add you to our list. Make sure you stay on the Patreon for the next 3 months. If you leave, you will not be a part of the class anymore. So you got to be a part of the Patreon for 3 months while the class is being taught. And then we can speak about Patreon. I'll teach you the course and why Python is the best language currently in 2022 to learn and beyond. Big language. Theo would agree as well. It's an amazing language being used more. You can't go wrong with it. You can't
go wrong with Python. That's what I use as well. Python.
Awesome. Thank you, Theo. So that's it, brothers. No more callers. So let me go through everyone for one last closing question or statement. I'm going to end the stream. Starting with irregular data. Do you have any closing statement, brother?
No, I just wanted to thank everybody. I wanted to thank IP, Theo. I wanted to thank Joe for coming on and sharing the information that they have today.
Awesome. Thank you, regular data. I appreciate you, bro. Black Chain, do you have any closing statement?
No, brothers. Actually, Theo, is there, have you given any thought, or is there a network that can be set up for brothers who are looking to live or explore internationally to be a part of, so that, you know,
join IP's group, and you find a lot of guys who are like that. Just join his Facebook group and talk. That's
okay, great.
It's the easiest thing we do.
All right.
Thank you, Black Chain. Awesome.
Right,
Big Mac
Thanks
Fisher, do you have any closing statement, Big Mac Fisher?
No. Just a good evening to everybody, and thanks for having me up. It's always nice to hear from everybody, see what everybody's doing, and keep chasing that success.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Big Mac Fisher. Dr. Khan, do you have any closing statement? Okay, nope. Mr. Joe International, do you have any closing statement at all, brother?
Yeah, a few. I want to say thank you again to IP and to Theo. I couldn't have done this without you guys. And to anyone who's still on the fence, that you guys could definitely do this. You have no excuse. You have kids, like we have people in the class that have kids. If you have a full-time job, I did this with a full-time job. Just focus on getting that first cert, and after that, you have people you can network with who are willing to pass your recruiters, interview tips, resume help. Like, you could definitely do it. And before you know it, you could be like me. Like, for example, I'm the first 6-figure earner in my family, so you could definitely do it.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Joe. And I want to say a huge thank you to you, brother, for coming on this channel and speaking your experiences there and motivating brothers and being an inspiration to brothers. Thank you, bro. Dr. Khan, do you have any closing statement? You keep dropping off, bro. Sorry. So, Theo, do you have any closing statement, brother?
No, thank you for having that. Look, Joe, you're a great student. I'm glad you're successful. Your success brings me a lot of joy. So I want it. I'm glad you came on here and hope you inspired other people to follow your path. And for the guys who are listening, look, anyone can do this. So don't think that you can't do it because you're black. Recognize that there is a path. I'll definitely help you out with that. And hey, everybody's here to support you. And you don't have to be in the West with Keisha and some horrible job making 40,000 quid a year, being taxed to death, and then half is taken from you, and you're horrible. And no, you can go abroad. You can have a really great career. You can date wonderful women and eat great food. Guys, this is the time to do it. I'm telling you, people are checking for brothers, and they're definitely checking for black cloud engineers. So I'm going to say that. And also, just a last point, while people were talking, I just did an order for IP's merch. So I've got three pieces. I got the white sweatshirt. So the next trip abroad, I'm definitely going to wear that white sweatshirt through the airport and just tick people off. And that's my goal.
Hey, you're a legend, yo.
I'll be doing that. I'll be like, you're taking for brothers right here. So I hope I sit next to a Western woman and she sees what the back of that sweatshirt says. Oh, it's fabulous. So go do it. Again, you guys can do it. I look forward to seeing you, and I look forward to seeing you again another IP stream.
Hey, thank you very much, Phil, man, for the support. As always, brother, it means a lot to me, brother. Have a great day over there in America, and have a great week ahead. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you, Phil. So there's a link to the merch. Let me bring in Dr. Khan. If he has any closing statement. Dr. Khan, do you have any closing statement, bro?
Sorry about that. Sticky fingers. First off and foremost, sorry if I was out of pocket a little bit earlier. I didn't want to get you mad. But finally, I really appreciate you as well as Theo for the advice. You don't know how much it means to me. It got me through a lot of tough times. It got me through a lot of difficulties. And now I'm in a position where I can move up exponentially. And I like these type of streams, and I can't wait for your Python class, and I cannot wait for that Japanese woman stream on your Patreon. I'll be definitely looking for that Monday.
Oh, awesome. Thank you for the support, Dr. Khan. I appreciate you, bro. And thank you for apologizing. Appreciate it, bro. And that means a lot to me. So thank you, brothers in the panel. Let me just share my screen to show you, brothers, the beautiful merch. Okay. Let me just check nothing here is looking okay. So it's all good. So let me just share my screen. Okay. Present. How do I share screen? Share screen. Share screen. Share my window. Click on this, then share. Okay. So I think I'm currently sharing. So do you brothers see the merch? Look at that, man. Look at this, brothers. Then if I go down here, foreign woman over Western woman. Brothers, man, get your merch ASAP, man. Look at this. Okay. Is she checking for brothers? Is she checking for brothers? They be catching L's, we be catching flights. Then we have 4 words to say to Western woman, good morning. Look at this, man. 4 words to say to Western woman, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, goodbye. All right. So when you travel, man, cop this merch, man, cop it now. And, get the merch, man. Be a part of the international passport ecosystem. And more merch is on the way as well. I'm working on that. I'm designing that. So that's on the way. But press A1 in the chat if you will be copying the merch, man. This one here is selling out like hotcakes, man. They love the hoodie. Look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, man. Damn. Foreign woman over Western woman. Yes, indeed, man. So a lot more merch coming on the way, brothers. But support me. That'd be greatly appreciated. All right. Thank you very much. Stop sharing. Okay. Back to here. All right. Awesome. So great stream, man. shout out to brothers for calling in. Shout out to everyone for the Cash App Super Chat. And again, here's a link to my Patreon. You must be a part of the Patreon Diamond tier to get access to the Python course I'll be teaching in the second week of November. And you must be a part of the Patreon for 3 months throughout I'm teaching Python. Okay, if you leave the Patreon, you'll be removed from the course. Okay, so I'm prioritizing those who are serious about IT. I will be teaching you Python beginners. Next year I'll do intermediate, but we have to walk before we run. So join the Patreon Diamond tier. Send me a DM on Patreon. Hey IP, I'm here for the Python course. I will put your name down on the list. Second week of November, I will start teaching that. I will set up a separate group. Add you to that group. We all speak on there about Python, etc., etc. That will be for 3 months, and then we'll go on from there. Okay. So I will see you, brothers, on. So we got a troll here. Okay. I will see you, brothers, on the next live stream. Thank you, brothers, for the support, and take it easy. Have a great week ahead. Thank you very much, brothers. And Joe International, you're a legend, brother. Okay. All the best to you, brother.
Appreciate it. Have a good night.
You too. Thank you, brothers. Take it easy. Awesome.